Everybody, it is I, your favorite VTuber Android Airhead. I am back with Zero Escape. Let me give a brief description of what happened, right? So my guy was in his apartment, chilling. My guy, Junpei. All of a sudden, guy in a gas mask knocks him out, puts him on a boat that is now sinking, looks like mysteriously like the Titanic, and we now have to solve a bunch of escape rooms with a bunch of people, 9 people, me included. Except now one of those people is now dead because they got blown up, and one of them is our childhood friend. Who, honestly, if I had to guess, is either one of the main protagonists or the killer. Who knows even? Anyway, welcome to the stream, Zero. How you doing? This guy said it was 10 o'clock. I think his name is Ace. His name is 7, because I think he is number 7. There's the pink one whose name is Pink. Number 9 died, I guess. Ace said what each of them was... Ace said what each one of them had been thinking. Oh yeah, it's 10 o'clock now. We have 8 hours, I think, to escape the ship, or we die? Anyway.
That means it's been an hour since Zero's little announcement.
That does mean it's been an hour since Zero's little announcement. That's correct. Seven's deep voice echoed across the room.
Fuck! I've had enough of this crap!
Santa, when he realizes he has to deliver presents to the entire world. Yeah, he's Santa. I forgot the reasoning as to why. I think it's number 5 for him? Or, no, his was 3, so it's Santa, and then his hair is white, so, okay, yeah, that was right. That's what it was. I think people don't like the 8 show on Netflix, more of a similar to Squid Game. Never heard of it, what's it about? Well, I guess you just said it's similar to Squid Game, so there's that, but... Santa leapt to his feet, his fists clenched.
How long are we gonna pussyfoot around like this?
Pussyfoot is a term I should use more.
We've only got 8 hours until this time limit Zero is going on about is up!
We also only have 8 people left, so hey, that's, you know, 1 person per hour. That's
Let's get
reasonable
going
rate.
already! Go! Go!
You know, I like his energy, but, he's at like a 10. I need him to bring it down to like a 3. Anyway. Santa's outburst fell on deaf ears. No one seemed to agree with him. They stared back at him, their eyes blank and their faces tired. Finally, Lotus spoke. Lotus is the dancing girl.
I refuse. I'm not gonna end up like him.
Which, by the way, I found out from the voice cast of this game. The guy who blew up was Cam Clark, aka Liquid Snake. And this lady was played by, Fiorraine from Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, so I'm familiar with her work.
Him? You mean the 9th man?
9th man. About 8 people in a game show and being filmed in a real game show, then there's money they get every minute depending on what floor they're on and how they have to entertain to stay in it. Oh, that makes sense.
Of course, who else?
In case you forgot, this guy blew up. In his mind's eye, Junpei saw the corpse again. Mysteriously, it wasn't pink.
Blood. Oh.
Blood.
Blood and pieces of flesh.
The dark, reddish-black pool of blood. The scattered pieces of flesh. Organs strewn across the floor like the blossoming of a grotesque flower. The explosion that had torn through his body had been powerful.
That's no way for a person to die.
That's how he died. The 9th man's neck had been twisted at an odd angle. Can't believe it, the bomb broke his neck! The names are even harder to remember than Squid Game. Now that you mention it, honestly, I cannot remember a single character's name from Squid Game, so there's that. Also, I haven't seen Season 2. Or finished Season 1. Huh. Anyway. Junpei suspected the detonation had thrown him against the wall. Half of his face was crushed, and the other half was covered in blood. Most of his abdomen had been emptied, either by the explosion or by gravity. There was quite a bit of poop, but we're not sure if it was his. He had landed on his back, and stark white ribs jutted up out of his chest like the legs of some sort of macabre crab. Ugh, I could go for some crab right now. Junpei felt something flip in his stomach. It too was a crab.
I think he just screwed up.
Yeah, that's the impression I got. Eyebrows went up, and Santa continued.
Probably set off some sort of trap, and that killed him. I'm not gonna screw up like that. I'm getting out of here alive.
Quote from man who's about to die. Basically, it's like, what would happen if you trap people for money and hierarchy and all that? Basically, all the upper floors start controlling the lower floors. Oh, okay. The lower floors try to revolt against it. All right, I see what you're saying. It's like a social game sort of thing. All right, Snake, what's your thoughts on this? Whatever Snake was laughing at, Santa did not find particularly humorous.
What's so goddamn funny?
Oh, my apologies. You were just, so very confident. I couldn't help myself.
That's a little sus to say
What
when
the
you know.
fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I think you've mistaken the situation.
Huh?
Oh god. Last episode when someone dies and the ending's good. Okay.
The ninth man's death. It had nothing to do with the trap. Or at least, not the sort of trap you imagine it did.
Imagine it did.
Then?
Well, I mean, he did say the guy betrayed him, and the bomb was probably because he, you know,
He broke
Didn't-
one of
yeah,
Zero's
exactly.
rules.
Didn't play the
that
rules.
was why he died. Quite simple if you think about it.
Huh?
You still don't... All right. How about you take a moment and think back to what Zero said?
man, Santa did not read the tutorial.
Specifically, what did he say about the number of people?
They have to have 3 to 5 people for a
He
thing.
said only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. Right?
Yeah, and how many
And
passed
after
through that
that?
door?
You've forgotten the relevant part.
Based on a webtoon. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, lots of difference from the webtoon. Well,
What did Zero say?
I gotta say, I don't really understand why adaptations will change like a bunch of stuff from like the source material if they kind of don't need to. Santa furrowed his brow and thought. Junpei thought back. Zero said, everyone who verified had to go.
All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute, right?
Exactly.
I think it was something like that. Whatever it was, it means that groups of less than 3 or more than 5 can't go through.
Precisely. Specifically, 7th floor is female in the webtoon and male in the Netflix series.
That is correct. A gold star for you.
Yeah, that's one of those
Junpei.
things that I think is just kind of like an odd choice to make when it probably wouldn't even be that hard to, you know, make that not the way it is. Anyway, Snake inclined his head toward Junpei.
The ninth man, however, broke that rule. He
Yep.
tried to pass through a numbered door by himself. That was why he was executed.
4th floor is male but female in the Netflix version. Yeah, again, that's like a, I don't know.
And Zero's watching us from somewhere, making sure we don't break any rules.
Oh, I'm not so sure of that.
Why not?
Maybe it's just an automatic process that
Because
senses
this
it.
execution system is entirely automatic. You didn't notice?
He just started beeping as soon as he went in there.
There's no need for him to monitor us.
What do you mean?
Wait a minute, did he say, what do you mean? Oh, what do you mean? Okay. Snake looked at Seven with what could only be described as pity inside. Or at least we think he looked. He is blind, by his own admission. Kind of an odd choice of words when you think about it, but...
Very well. I see it must be me who tells you.
No, Snake, the whole thing is that you don't see.
I've waited long enough, I suppose. I had hoped Zero might spare me the trouble, but...
Something feels, at the moment at least, kind of wrong with Snake over here. I'm getting weird vibes from him just by how, like, you know...
That seems increasingly unlikely.
He couldn't see them, of course. Yeah, see? But perhaps Snake sensed the confused eyes upon him. When Ace spoke, he gave words to everyone else's thoughts.
Do you know something?
Well, I know a great many things, but yes.
You could have just said yes, dude.
What is it you know?
Here.
This is the kind of guy where if you ask him, like, can I go to the bathroom? He's like, of course you can. What you meant to say was, may I go to the bathroom? And it's like, bro, just, you knew what I meant. What are you talking about? Indeed, you're watching them all. Oh, nice. Snake removed a card from the pocket of his jacket.
Card? What does it say?
See for yourself.
Would you kindly crash the plane? With a flourish, she presented it to Ace, who took a close look at it and spoke.
Come on now, what's the point of giving me this?
Wait, what did it say? Oh, never mind. That's it. I did not know yet.
Give me that.
Santa, you're supposed to give, not take. Santa snatched the card from Ace, but his expression of disgust quickly turned to one of confusion.
Huh? The hell is this?
Seven tugged it out of Santa's hands. Guys, we can just show the group the note. We don't need to keep... Alright. Seven tugged it out of Santa's hands.
I see.
The card went from Seven to Lotus, from Lotus to June, and finally to Junpei. He looked at it and understood.
This is Braille.
Braille, the written language of the blind. I feel like it would have been faster for Snake to just tell us what it was. The card was covered with small, embossed bumps. Junpei could recognize it, but he certainly couldn't read it.
Sorry, guys, I can't read this. Here, have it back.
Junpei handed the card back to Snake, who nodded at him with a small smirk.
Okay, that was fun. What's so important about that card?
Yeah?
I found it in my pocket.
Okay, can you tell us what it says?
I can only assume it is a message from Zero.
Okay, can you tell us what it says?
From Zero?
Huh?
A message?
Assume.
What does it say?
Suddenly, everyone was crowding around Snake, desperate to hear what the message said. Weird question, you think blind people have a concept of personal space? Like, obviously, you know, I don't want anyone that close to me either, but like... I don't know, is it like a visual thing, you think? Or like... I don't know why I'm asking this, no one watching this is blind. Santa's... Also, no one could probably put in the chat if they were blind, unless they used, like, voice annotation. It doesn't matter, look. Santa especially looked as if he were about ready to grab hold of Snake and shake the answers away from him. Okay, but Santa, again, if you hurt him, he may not be able to read it. Snake raised his hand.
Calm down now. No need to panic. You don't need to force me. I'll read it.
Junpei swallowed hard and waited for him to start. He was not the only one. Presently, Snake began to read, his voice calm. His fingers glided over the tiny bumps as he spoke.
Bracelet number 2.
That would be Snake.
Since you are not blessed with sight, I shall bless you and only you with information.
That you will then give to everyone else, thus meaning your blessing is shared?
I shall
Or
tell you of
worthless?
the function of the red, of the dead, and of the bracelet.
And the redemption.
The red is the recognition device.
Okay.
It will verify your number.
Alright.
Inside every numbered door, you will find a red.
I feel like we knew that already,
The
but...
dead is the deactivation device.
Okay.
It does exactly what it says.
It deactivates the device.
Through the numbered door,
Okay. I may need to turn down the game a little bit. I feel like it's a little loud. Anyway.
you must use the dead to stop the detonator in your bracelet.
Okay, so basically we've got a bomb that's gonna blow us up if we don't finish in
Perhaps
time.
you are wondering, what does this detonator detonate?
What do you
I'm
think,
afraid
Zero?
this might be something of surprise.
What does the detonator Okay, what would you use it for if not a bomb?
I have placed a small bomb inside of you
Okay.
and people whom you are about to meet. You swallowed it while you were unconscious.
Ugh.
I have no doubt, by the time you read this note, the bomb will have passed your stomach and found its way to your small intestine.
The victims were killed by small bombs. The existence of small bombs is a devil's proof. I don't have to say anything. No one's gonna get that reference. Alright, anyway.
In other words, you will be unable to regurgitate it. I suggest you do not try.
However, you will be able to shit it out, so... good luck with that.
As I mentioned before, the bracelet on your left hand contains a detonator. Think of it as a remote fuse, or timer, for God in your body. There is only one condition which will cause it to detonate.
Failure.
That condition is that you enter a numbered door. Once you have done so, the timer will activate, no matter who you may be.
And it
You
will...
will have 81 seconds.
Oh, because it's 9 times 9? Yeah, alright.
If, after that time, the detonator has not been deactivated, it will send a signal to the bomb in your body, instructing it to explode. In order to deactivate the detonator, every person who verified their number at the red must also verify their numbers at the dead.
So that way they can be the alive.
Once all numbers have been verified by the dead, you need only pull the lever at its side, and the countdown will cease.
Wow, Snake, that was a really good impression of Zero.
Anyone who does not verify their number at the red will find themselves unable to verify their number at the dead. That is to say, if you should pass through a numbered door without first verifying your number at the red, in 81 seconds, you will be dead. You must also keep in mind that numbered doors will close automatically after 9 seconds have passed. So long as the doors open, the dead will not function. You would do well to remember this. Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so.
By cutting off your hand, or biting off your hand.
1. You escape from this ship.
Okay, I like that one better.
2. For heartbeat, which is 0.
And then we get resurrected, so the bracelet
In other
releases.
words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or it acts at where its heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically. There is no other way to remove your bracelet. If you attempt to force it off, or disable the detonator, the bomb within you will immediately explode.
This is all the information which I can impart to you. How you choose to use it is for you to decide. If used wisely, you can eliminate those who might be a danger to you. For a time, you would be able to control your fate. I wish you the best of luck.
So, basically, yeah, we just need to solve the rooms, then we're fine. Within 81 seconds, Snake finished reading and carefully returned the card to his pocket.
So it's saying only those who verify their numbers at the red can pass through the numbered doors. Teams can't add or subtract people after they're scanned in. The reds, deads, and bracelets enforce the rules. They're judge, jury, and executioner.
Judge, jury, executioner!
Shit! A fucking bomb! Come out! Come out, damn it!
Look, if it's in your lower intestine, just let it happen. Just let it happen. In defiance of Zero's suggestions, both Santa and Seven put fingers down their throats and began to gag. Guys, if it's not in your stomach, you're not going to be able to throw it up. At that point, it's closer to the other end, so you might as well just, you know... Or, maybe not closer, but, like, more likely to come out of the other end. Doesn't matter. Just imagine it's like, it finally passes through the systems weeks later, they're at, like, a restaurant, and it just, like, blows up the stall in the bathroom. And somebody just looks over, and he's like, whew, I'll have what that guy had. And he gets kidnapped. Junpei gingerly touched his stomach.
There's a bomb inside me.
The thought of it made him queasy.
Oh,
His stomach felt oddly hollow, and his legs were weak.
What made Zero think creating this horror show of a game was a good idea?
Now, here's the twist. What if there is no bomb inside them, but the first guy died only because he got blown up by something else? Junpei looked over at the others.
All right, I'm gonna ask one more time.
Hmm.
Do any of you know anything about Zero?
Well, I know it's not a number, really. For this thing. They were all silent, each person waiting to hear what the others would say. Finally, Santa spoke.
Actually, I saw him. I saw Zero when I got grabbed.
So did Junpei.
I didn't see his face, though. Son of a bitch was wearing some kind of gas mask.
And a hoodie.
What the hell? Come on, guys, give me something. You know, like surprise or something?
Well, I think we all saw him. Instead, it was Santa who looked surprised. There was a moment of silence, then everyone spoke at once.
I saw that too.
I did as well.
Me too. I didn't see inside the mask, though.
You are not special.
That mask, it was really scary.
Huh?
Oh, so
So...
all of our abductions were the same. We were taken from home at midnight. The person claiming to be Zero had a mask on. There was white smoke, and then each of us passed out. We woke up to find ourselves on D-Deck, in a room with a 3-level bunk bed.
How about you, Seven? Did the same happen to you?
Only 7's story seemed to lack the detail of the others.
Oh, me? Yeah, well, mine was just like the rest of yours.
Well, I guess Snake probably didn't see him. Because... Actually, wait, like, how easy would it have been to abduct Snake if he had no idea, like, the side of him? I'm sure he has, like, stronger other senses, but, like, you know, that was all he had said. It had occurred to Junpei at the time that it sounded somewhat strange, but he didn't press the issue.
Okay, that's good enough for now.
He hadn't done so because there was something that struck him as even stranger.
So, I have a question.
Why are you blushing? Or is that blood? Alright, whatever. That was the mystery of the relationship between Snake and Clover.
Snake and Clover, you were both kidnapped from the same room, and you woke up together.
Wait, what? Junpei looked at them thoughtfully. What was that established?
So, what's the deal with the two of you anyway?
When did they say that? It was Clover that answered. Clearly, she felt she had nothing to hide.
We're siblings.
Like adopted siblings, or...
Siblings?
Yes?
Look, I'm just saying...
Snake is my older brother, obviously. That means I'm his little sister. That really so hard to understand?
It's more that you two look like nothing alike. Junpei was taken aback. Also, when did they say that they were abducted from the same room? Did I miss that? The others seemed just as surprised.
She is correct, of course.
He laid his hand on Clover's shoulder.
Are you, surprised?
Yeah?
Well, yeah, but...
Why? There are other people here with connections to one another.
There are,
Those
yes.
two, for instance.
Snake pointed at Junpei and June.
Oh, you mean between Jumpy and me?
Ah, yes. You did say you were childhood friends, didn't you?
Wait, you went to school together?
Yeah?
June glanced at Junpei, uncomfortable with the sudden attention.
Well, yeah.
Junpei felt somewhat nervous as well and tried to scratch his head as casually as possible.
Hey, you think
Is there
maybe
a
we
really
could figure
casual
out
way
who
to scratch
Zero
your
is
head?
This way?
Yeah, you're right. You connect the dots between the victims, and that leads you to the perp. Textbook stuff.
Junpei. June. Does any of this ring a bell?
Like,
Ring a
vaguely?
Ring a bell?
Yeah, it's a song by Calafina. Or no, that's Ring Your Bell. Never mind. Alright. They looked at one another. And like it was staged, they both tilted their neck at the same time.
Well, perhaps you went to school with the son of a multimillionaire.
Who really liked the Titanic.
A millionaire?
Son?
School.
Well, someone bought this boat and set up all of this. Whoever Zero is, they must be incredibly rich.
Well, we can't be sure of that.
They might be poor and just happen to have a
To
boat.
me, this seems as though it's the work of an organization, not an individual. Most likely, Zero is simply the representative of a larger group.
What sort of organization?
It could be a number of things. An army, perhaps, or a research group. Perhaps this is all some sort of psychological experiment.
If it is, then it's a pretty fucked up experiment.
It's just a prank, bro.
I mean, come on! A guy's dead!
That'll happen. Back to the hallway. The word dead hung in the air, heavy and ominous. The room went quiet again.
I don't know who the hell this Zero asshole is, but I know for sure he's gotta be pretty fucked up in the head to do all this.
Agreed.
If this was all one guy, then he's got some serious issues.
Can't, God forbid a guy have hobbies, you know? Even when the specter of death hanging over even with the specter of death hanging over them, their discussions continued for some time. It is now
I thought we were
almost
finished
7
with that
hours
topic.
left.
But then what should we do?
We should talk it through.
Oh my god, enough! All we're doing is talking!
Santa threw up his hands, his voice filled with irritation. Yeah, no, I agree with him, honestly. They have very little time left at this point to actually get anything done.
Talking won't solve anything!
They haven't
Can't
even done a
help us
single
find our
room.
way out of here! Really sure you want to just sit around? We've only got 7.5 hours left. We already wasted an hour and a half of our 9 hours.
Everyone there was already on the edge of panic. What Santa told them only made that feeling more intense. No one was willing to argue this time.
You're right.
Very well then. There's only one way for us to proceed.
Sure not gonna be fun running around knowing we gotta jump when Zero says jump.
Well, it's stupid to just sit around here doing nothing.
Well, thanks to Snake's card, at least we have some idea of how this all works.
So which room, though, I wonder if I get a choice as to which room to tackle first.
Correct. And so long as we all follow the rules, we will most likely be all right.
Unless in the rooms there's a puzzle that involves killing someone in
But-
particular.
But what?
Who's going to go in which door?
I've heard that there were like 5 endings to this. June looked toward the numbered doors.
Oh yeah, that's right. We can't have any more than 5 people in one door. All 8 of us can't go in the same door.
Then it would seem we will have to split up.
Yes.
Wait,
Lotus looked terrified.
I'm telling you now, there is no way in hell that I'm going into door 5.
But like,
Come on now, don't be selfish.
well, I mean, I get why she's saying that, but, you
Call
know.
me whatever the hell you want. I'm not going in there.
Okay, well, look, we'll open it
If
some
I'm
other
going to have
way.
to walk through all that blood, then I'd rather stay here.
And we were doing so well.
No, listen, dude, look. We just have other people do it. We don't have to have her do it. We can have someone else do it. Ace shook his head sadly.
Sorry, but I ain't going in there either. Someone else can go into door 5.
Oh, Santa, not you too.
To be fair, everything he's wearing is white, which, granted, horrible idea for a murder ship, but, you know,
Hey man, I just bought these shoes. If you think I'm getting some creepy dude's blood all over him, you got another thing coming.
I just imagine they're gonna open and it's gonna be completely clean. That was the last straw.
What the hell, man? Weren't you the one who kept saying we should get going?
Yeah, so? Doesn't mean I wanted to go into door 5.
Oh, God.
Boy, can we just draw straws? Granted, that wouldn't really work because we need specific numbers to do different things, but that's not the point. There was an awkward silence. Alright, anyway. Making sure the audio was good. Finally, Seven spoke.
Fine, I'll go into door 5. I can't go in there alone, though. Anyone else willing to come with
Alright,
me?
so let's see. He's 7, so we'd have to bring 5 and 4. Wait, no. 3 and 4. Or 5 and 2? There was another long silence. This time, Snake was the one to break it. Alright, so yeah,
I'll
Snake, 7, and me.
What?
Don't worry. You'll be fine. We may part now, but I'm certain we'll meet again later.
How do you know that?
Because I do.
That's not an answer.
It's as best we're getting here, so let's just
You're
get it
going,
done.
I'm going too. I'm going into door 5.
Okay, wait, how does that offset it? So that's 9, 13. If I go, it's 18. So that means we would need... Yeah, we can't have her go either.
What am I going to do with you?
There's nothing you have to do.
Let's see. Alright, so let me think. That would get them up to... What did I say? 13? Okay, yeah, Ace would have to go then.
If I join you, the problem is solved, correct? 7 is 7, and Snake is 2. And if you add Clover's 4 and my 1, the digital route will be 5.
7 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 is 14.
Yes.
Digital root of 14. 1 plus 4 is 5.
This is the game I should have played when I was younger to teach me about math.
Oh, it works perfectly.
I like the little animations they have for each character.
The 4 of us can go into door 5.
Wait, what about the other 4? What's their digital route gonna be?
I didn't think about that.
Lotus, Santa, June, and me.
In other words, 5, 6, 3, and... Who was she again? 8? I guess. Alright, so, let's see. 8, 11... 17... and... 5. So that's 4.
Our bracelet numbers are 8, 3, 6, and 5.
Okay, yeah.
8, 3, 6, 5. What would our digital route be?
Oh my god. Alright, so yeah, and anyways, 11, 17, 22. So 4.
8 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5 is
Imagine
22.
that's the decision that
So,
somehow,
digital root of 22, 2 plus 2 equals 4.
imagine that's the one, that's the choice that gets me to the end of the game. And that's how I, like, messed it up. He repeated what he determined.
It's 4. Add up our 4 bracelet numbers and the digital root is 4.
Then we can go into door 4.
Yeah. Huh. That worked out well.
So the team assignments will be like this.
Alright.
7, Snake, Clover, and Ace. They would go through door 5. Lotus, Santa, June, and me will go through door 4. Are these
That
really
works.
the teams I want? Beyond door 5 is what remains of the 9th man.
Well, it doesn't really matter if they're what you want, because that's what the team's decided on.
Thing again, but something's telling me that it'd be a good idea to examine the corpse, even just a little closer. Of course, if I went through door 5, I wouldn't be going with Lotus and Santa. I could
True.
bring June with me through door 5, but that means she'd have to see the body in there. I don't want to put her through that.
Junpei was torn.
Should I stay silent and go through door 4? Or should I stop them and insist on door 5?
As he turned his options over and over in his mind, Ace spoke up.
All right then. It seems we've reached a conclusion. Shall we go?
He began to walk toward door 5.
I'm going through door 5.
Clover and Snake followed, with 7 a short distance behind.
We're over there too, right, Snake?
The door's not going anywhere. Slow down.
Which door?
Oh, god damn it, another choice. How do I get to the menu? Hold on. Fuck, what was the menu button? Okay. It's gonna... Yes. No. This is definitely like a route-defining question. Fuck, Fine, 4. Let's just go with 4. Decided that door 4 would be fine.
I'll go through door 4 with Lotus, Santa, and June. There's nothing to worry about. I just need to stay by her side.
June. Akane Kurashiki.
It should be fine. It's no problem this way. I should see the other 4 off.
He made no shows of affection, but Junpei saw her as something more than just a friend from his childhood.
Looks like Ace and the others are going.
Now, she doesn't have blue hair, so she's not going to lose, but she is a childhood friend, which is a bad sign. He watched the other 4 walk toward their door. Ace, Snake, Clover, and 7. Junpei said nothing as they left. Before long, they had reached door 5. They talked to one another for a few seconds, saying things Junpei couldn't hear, and then laid their hands, one by one, on the scanner panel of the red. Man, Snake is like ghostly white.
Now then.
Ace grabbed the lever. His face tight with determination, he turned over his shoulder to look at Junpei and his companions.
Goodbye.
Be careful.
As Ace pulled the lever, the door swung open, the mouth of a great, hungry beast.
So horrible.
Beyond the door, Junpei knew, lay the sad remains of the 9th man. Also, if you tried to examine the corpse, that'd be eating into your 81 seconds. It did not surprise him that Ace, Clover, and 7 hesitated. The body was not a pleasant thing.
What are you doing? We need to hurry.
Correct. No, not advance. Not adventure. Snake had no such problems, as his blindness made him immune to the horror. He stepped through the door, his feet making a wet splack in the pool of blood. Why is that in quotes?
Snake, your shoes.
It's fine. Hurry! Or are you planning on dying with everyone else?
Just imagine he like goes out to the store the next day, like covered in in the same outfit with all the blood on it, and he's like, "Wait a minute, did I leave the stove on?"
I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open.
While everyone
for
else
9
just stands in
seconds,
horror
have you?
looking at him.
Sorry, Snake.
Let's go.
The 3 remaining steeled themselves and stepped through the door. Door 5 swung shut, closing with the heavy finality of metal upon metal. Junpei and his companions scrambled to the door.
Hey! How is it over there? Did you find anything? At least say something, will you?
Something's beeping.
It's just like before.
Probably the sound of the detonator on the bracelet.
Do you think
Oh boy.
they're okay?
They'll be fine. June's face showed her concern more plainly than her words ever could. Almost as though in response to her question, a voice rang out from the other side of the door. It was 7.
Hey, there it is! That's gotta be that dead thing! Come on, get over here! We gotta authenticate!
Oh good, all 4 of them did it.
The beeping stopped.
Sighs of relief were audible even through the heavy door.
Looks like it stopped.
Junpei and his companions leaned away from the door and breathed a collective sigh of relief on their own.
Hey, guys! Are you doing alright over there?
They'd heard 7's voice, but it wouldn't hurt to be sure.
Yes, we're fine.
Okay, so unless they killed someone and are lying about it. Despite the recent danger, Clover's voice was as bubbly as ever.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna tell you about this whole dead thing, okay? The
Okay.
dead is just like the red, but the color's different.
It's actually blue.
You know how the red was red? Well, the dead is blue.
Oh shit, it actually is blue.
Other than that, it's just like the red. Authenticating is the same too.
Awesome! Thanks. That helps a lot.
Well,
We should probably move on now. You be careful out there.
Roger that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Junpei and the others left door 5 and headed to door 4.
Now it's our turn.
Alright, time
I'll go
for
first.
adventure mode or whatever. I'll go first. Oh yeah, he'll go first. They stood in front of the red and placed each of their hands upon it. Bleep, bloop, blop, blip. 4 asterisks appeared on the screen. Junpei grabbed the lever and turned around.
Okay, we ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's go.
Only she got a picture to use for this part. None of them looked particularly optimistic, but their faces were set. Junpei nodded to them and turned back toward the red.
All right, let's go.
With strength and determination, he pulled the lever. Also, fun fact, apparently in the first room last time, the reason why it took so long is because I did actually miss a clue, so we'll see if that happens this time. 4 of them leapt through the door together. The moment they had passed through it, each heard a cold electronic sound coming from their left wrist. Hey Lawbitch, welcome to the stream. Brain completely fried, time for reading. Yep, time to figure out this puzzle that I don't really know.
Oh, damn.
Oh, there's a skull on it. In the center of each bracelet, a red skull appeared, that's pink, and began to
It's
flash.
counting down.
The detonator's countdown had begun. In the long moment that each of them spent staring at their wrists. Alright, so 9 seconds have already passed, so we have 78 left. No, wait. 72 left. Can't do math. The numbered door behind them closed, the sound of metal on metal reverberating down the hallway.
We can't go back!
Well, yeah! We know!
We need to hurry and find the device.
Hey! Where the hell is the dead?
How would I know?
Don't give me that crap! Start looking!
Well then, why are you asking? We should all start looking! They began to run, eyes looking frantically for the device that was the key to their salvation. The hallway they found themselves running down was a long one, easily 300 feet in length. What's going on here? Basically, we're all trapped on a cruise ship that looks a lot like the Titanic. A mysterious man has trapped us here. Anyway, we all have to go through these weird numbered doors with certain numbers of us in a group to get through it, and if we don't, we blow up if we don't finish it in 81 seconds. Or we just die when the ship sinks in around, at this point, 7.5 hours. On the right side of it stood a series of wooden doors, all nearly identical. If they had taken time to think, they would likely have discerned that the doors lead to cabins.
Don't tell me the dead is in one of those rooms.
Oh no! How many rooms do you think there are?
Junpei was too frightened to count properly, but at his best guess, there were 7 or 8 of them.
Ah, fuck! We don't have time to count.
Junpei ran to the nearest
Just
door.
need to open them all.
He grabbed the knob and shook it hard.
It won't open.
It didn't feel locked. More like someone had hammered an iron plate over the other side of the door. Junpei turned around to find another door and saw that his companions had already run to doors of their own. They did not seem to be having any more success than he had. Their own words confirmed his fears. 81 seconds is an oddly specific number, why not even 80? Because this whole thing of like, there are 9 people, or at least there are 9 hours to escape the ship, and there are 9 doors, so it's 9 times 9 is 81. Which I think is the reason.
Shit, this one's no good.
Same here. It's not moving!
Other doors then! As Junpei looked in her direction, his eye caught something he hadn't noticed before. A small, red, blinking light.
There it is! At the end of the hallway! Run!
Even as he yelled, he ran. He grabbed Santa, Lotus, and June and pulled them toward the light. Santa called out to them as he ran.
Hey, how many more seconds do we have?
How would I know?
Our time limit is 81 seconds!
Okay, but how long has passed already?
I'm asking you how many seconds we have left!
In all likelihood, Junpei figured nearly a minute had already passed since the door had closed behind them. But the door closes after 9 seconds, so if that was true... Urgency foremost in all of their minds, they arrived at the end of the hallway. The dead sat on the left wall, blinking almost tauntingly at them. Wait, how many died? I remember only one person blowing up. So far, only one person has died, but I get the feeling someone's gonna die soon, because that feels like the sort of game this is.
Hurry! It's the dead! Get over here!
Junpei grabbed hold of the machine, his hands slick with sweat and shaking. He slammed his hand against the scanner panel.
Come on, everyone!
The other three quickly followed suit. Okay, good, we're fine. With a grunt, Santa yanked the lever downward. Okay, we're good. Pant, pant, pant. 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 Phew.
Looks
Phew.
like it stopped.
Phew. His hands beginning to steady, Junpei wiped away some of the sweat that had beaded on his forehead. As they caught their breath, the four companions began to look around.
There's another door at the end of the hallway.
Let's see. He could see a heavy-looking set of double doors. Set into the walls of the hallway on either side of the larger door were two smaller ones, just like the other doors we had seen.
Let's try this one first. And of course it won't open.
Okay. How many times has he come across similar doors with similar results, he wondered. Well, hey, when one door closes, another one is also closed. Or perhaps, he corrected himself, more a lack of results. More a lack of results. Whatever the reason, the door remained firm and unyielding, and refused to allow Junpei or anyone else passage.
A keyhole.
Guys, I know what to put in this keyhole. Unzips pants. Above the keyhole was a small symbol engraved in the brass.
What's this mark? Mail?
Junpei, you know what you have to do. How do you think the mastermind got everyone onto the ship via unknown means and managed to get out to sea while being skilled enough to not be caught? If I had to guess, it's probably that they had the ship ready to go, they knocked out the people long enough to get them onto it, but that means they all would have had to have been close enough to get to it without knowing that they were, like, out, you know? He wasn't quite sure what to make of it, and stared at it for a moment in confusion. It was June that corrected him.
No, not exactly. That's probably the symbol of Mars.
Oh! Zips pants.
Well, technically, they are the same symbol, but I saw a number of similar symbols near the main
because Mars
stairway.
is the fourth planet from the sun, so okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
The symbols of the solar system.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
The Sun, Saturn, and Earth.
Meaning we need to clear the Mars room to get the Mars key, I guess.
At least that's what I'm assuming.
Your balls are too big. Clearly we need a grape crusher. Oh god, what?
So this isn't the man symbol. It's a symbol for Mars?
I think so, yes.
I see. Wait, where's Santa?
While Junpei and June talked, Santa had disappeared. They turned to find him some distance down the hallway. He had gone to check the other doors. Eventually, he reached the last of them and jogged back. It took him only a moment to catch his breath again.
Yeah, so, I looked the place over.
It still sucks,
Here's
yeah.
the deal. None of the other doors open.
Great.
Then that must mean...
We only have 2 more doors.
So we had 9-ish doors total. I'm guessing that's the same for every room. What if these are both escape rooms? Lotus examined the doors on either side of the larger double door. Each one had a metal plate attached to it.
Maybe it's the room number.
Earth is the symbol of a sniper scope. Honestly, that's perfect for how humans are. You know what? That's true. Yeah. It's the crosshairs. Earth is a battlefield, and we are the soldiers. Alright. Maybe it's the room number.
The door on the left has a B92.
Oh, the B-92s? They're a great band.
And the one on the right says B93. Alright, let's open them. I'll open B92.
Okay, I'll get B93 then.
Junpei put his hand on the doorknob, and Santa moved to the other door. They had made it through the numbered door alive. There was nothing more to be afraid of. is what they thought. Junpei and Santa looked at each other and nodded.
1, 2, 3!
In unison, they pushed against their respective doors. And promptly found themselves in a new room. June followed Junpei as he threw open his door. They turned around and saw that the door on the other side was open as well. Through the door was another person, his mouth agape. It was Santa. What?
Hey, it opened.
Yeah, it did.
Junpei and Santa looked at each other.
I didn't expect that.
It was so easy.
Lotus's calm voice broke into their thoughts.
Maybe this is all part of Zero's plan.
Oh, I thought they both opened the door and saw each other like it was some sort of like mirror dimension thing.
Can't say I enjoy being treated like someone's puppet.
As she headed for room 93, Lotus continued.
Well, now we have these 2 rooms. I'm sure there's something in there that will help us get out of here.
And that's when I soon realized. We fucked up. Random protagonists whenever they make a risky decision. Or any decision,
Let's
really.
find it.
Like, it could be the most innocuous thing, like, oh, I'll take grape juice instead of orange juice. And then the narration will be like, and I had no idea how that would ruin my life.
Santa and I will search this room. You 2 take the other one.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good. You know, having played both the AI Somnium Files games, I completely recognize all of these sound effects. Oh. That's fun. Oh, okay, it's showing me the entire layout of the room. Alright. Okay, so you get 69 square feet. There's a bedroom, a separate bathroom, and the living room. Honestly, this is a pretty nice little room. I like it. It's even got a big shower in it. Cool. Okay, well, at least there's no time limit. That vase looks expensive. I wonder how much we could get for it. I feel as though we have other problems currently, June. Are you gonna steal it? Oh, yes, I love kleptomaniac women. What's this? Matches, great. Junpei looked down blankly at what he was holding, then up at June.
Oh yeah, how's your fever? You feeling better now?
Hey, smoking. What's
Yes.
cooking?
I'm fine.
What? I don't know what the... Alright. June certainly looked fine. Well, let me do that the way it was meant to say. June certainly looked fine.
Let me see your forehead.
Junpei held his hand out to her forehead for a few seconds.
Oh,
Guess it really has gone down.
are you worried about me?
Guys, we need to go on the June route. So, sure.
Yeah, I guess I am.
I know what game I'm playing and I know how to play it. June blushed and giggled. Little did I know that choice was going to lead to her dying later. Rooms! That room seems comfortable enough to live in. Like, just pull a Team DR and, like, supply the fridge with food and just every now and then I'm willing to chill and just drown. Yeah.
By the way, Jumpy,
Hmm?
how did you end up here?
What do you mean?
Got kidnapped.
I told you earlier, didn't I?
There was a man with a gas mask when you got home at night. You inhaled some white smoke and passed out.
Yeah.
When you woke up, you were on D-Deck.
Yeah.
Damn straight.
You're goddamn right I
But
did.
is that really the truth?
I think so.
What?
Jumpy, are you hiding something from me?
No, why would I?
The only thing I'm hiding from you is my unending affection because we're childhood friends or
Well,
something.
if you think about it, this is awfully suspicious.
You think I'm the
I
killer?
mean, why would 2 childhood friends bump into each other in a place like this?
Are our parents trying to get us together again?
Hey, I could ask you the same thing. Are you hiding something?
What would I hide?
Your feelings for me?
Well, I don't know. Anything. I mean, you're hiding it. How would I know?
It's like having a remember all in Harry Potter where it's like, well, I know I've forgotten something, I just don't remember what I forgot.
You mean like the number of men I've dated?
Not gonna lie, the fact that June immediately switched to something else makes me feel like she's hiding something actually important. Junpei's heart stumbled over itself.
Do you want to know?
I mean, it doesn't really matter. You have to admit, he was a little curious. What does matter is if she's currently dating someone. That's the question you need to ask. But not in a creepy way.
Don't worry.
She smiled at him. Only 87, guys.
Only 18.
Yeah. Yeah.
Time 0.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I guess I just haven't met Mr. Right yet.
What about Mr. Junpei? June looked a little embarrassed and scratched the back of her head in a desperate attempt to seem nonchalant. Always the woman who hides something. Oh my god. /J.
Yeah.
Are you /J or /SRS? I'm /U! That's a new one, I haven't heard of it. Junpei coughed quietly in much the same way.
Anyway, I'm not hiding anything.
Yeah, back on topic.
Just like you, Jumpy.
Why'd you ask me
When I
that?
woke up, I was on D-Deck.
Well, you do have a point. I mean, why did Zero pick us? We haven't seen each other since elementary school.
I mean, it could be random selection that just happened to work out.
I wonder.
June nodded, and for a few moments she had the faraway look of someone deep in thought.
Look for what connects the victims. That will lead you to the culprit. Do you remember Seven saying something like that?
Maybe we're all in love with each other.
Yeah, I do. So?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think this must all have something to do with a classmate of ours.
You got any ideas who it might be?
Brittany! That bitch stole my lunchbox!
No, nothing.
Oh,
Well, if it had something to do with school, then it could be one of our teachers, or maybe the principal?
Or the janitor, or the lunch lady.
I'm on it on the janitor. The guy's giving us eyes.
Oh, I can barely remember any of them.
Yeah, I know.
June, you know we need to solve the thing in this room, right? Random selection always screws up the participants. Either that or gym class back in middle school fucked me up a lot more than I think. Or it could be both, like if gym class had random selection for teammates for sports. Junpei went back to searching feeling unpleasant and confused. Elementary school. Elementary school. Was there anything strange that had happened in elementary school? As he searched the room, he continued to rack his brain. It's the display case. There's nothing being displayed. How sad. Looks like the drawers are empty too. Jumpy, what are you doing? You don't have the time to be relaxing on a sofa. Sofa these nuts. The jar of dirt. It's a bottle with water in it. This is a bedroom. They probably have it in here because your throat always feels dry when you wake up, you know? Throat's dry, but I think that's because I'm a little nervous right now. Well, we did run a lot, so we're kind of sweaty. Hey, Jumpy, did you want to take a shower together?
It should have been me, not him!
Whoa! Whoa! Just kidding. Too late to take it back. No, it isn't. What are you talking about? My brain's already working out the picture. Just imagine it shows like a Vine boom sound effect with his, like him thinking about that. I should have that as a soundboard thing. You should have that rewind sound effect that movies have a new soundboard and play it whenever you mess up reading. I probably should. Yeah, that'd be really funny. Like the. Okay, what about the bed? Pillows. Look, there's two pillows right next to each other. Guess it's a double. Huh? What's up? You're turning red. Oh man, is there fever back? Dude, how can you not recognize even the slightest hint of flirting when you just saw what happened? Hey, are you alright? You need to lay down for a minute? I'm fine. I think it's still a little early for that. Huh? Well, yeah, I guess it is early in the day, so we can't really go to sleep yet. Huh? Hey, seriously. You really okay? It's a light blue blanket with some designs on it. Someone's made the bed, or at least never unmade it. Just imagine the guy ordering this chip to be made where it's like, I need every room made exactly like it was in the Titanic. And then I'm gonna sink it. And no one will ever see most of this. Let me bet you it's under the blanket, nothing exciting. There's gotta be something over here. A bed frame. Now I don't have to worry about falling off. I toss and turn when I sleep. She's blushing again. What the hell is she thinking about? Yeah, bed frame. Is there something else here that I'm supposed to be seeing? I guess not. Never mind, I can't look under the bed. Alright, ship. This isn't a painting. Is it a map? It looks like a map of the ship's interior. This is her actually laying down instead of taking a picture of the bed. I mean, I don't think she's taking down. Waifu never takes things away, it's illegal. This is a great find. I think it'll be really useful. Let's take this with us. Okay, it's now possible to use the map screen. Map screen. Map screen can only be viewed during the story sections. While on the map screen, you can examine a map of the ship's floor plan, which you will acquire over the course of the story. Clicking the green parts of the floor plan will allow you to see a bird's eye view for that room. Junpei took one last look at the map, then folded it up and slid it back into his pocket. June looked up as he closed it.
This ship is bigger than I thought.
Yeah, it's probably about 900 feet long.
Must be one of those fancy cruise ships.
Like the Titanic, like they said.
It doesn't really look like a cruise ship. Everything in here is really retro. Even if it's just some sort of style choice, there's just too much.
I mean, I like the bed. I like some of the stuff.
Do you remember what Zero said?
Titanic. I feel like some legal investigation would be done for such an unspecific work order, unless this was in America. Yeah, I don't know. I can fully believe that some extravagant rich person would probably order this and have it be like the Resident Evil mansion, where it just, like, no one knows about it because it's so weird and, like, niche.
Do you think maybe this boat and the Titanic have something to do with each other?
I mean, this one's sinking too.
That's a good point. I doubt he would have mentioned it if there wasn't a reason.
Junpei took a moment to look around the room.
Do you think this boat is...
It's not the actual Titanic, you idiot.
a replica of the Titanic?
A replica?
Yeah, you know, like a copy of the actual boat.
Who on earth would make something like that?
A rich person.
Fans. Crazy Titanic fans.
No way. Do you even know how much money that would take?
Well, yeah, that's why I said a rich person.
No idea. But all they've got to do is break even, you know?
Or, you know, use it on some sort of weird suicide mission to kill a bunch of people in weird escape room games. I guess.
Break even?
Yeah, they could use it as a cruise ship. Climb aboard a piece of history, sail around the world in the resurrected Titanic.
Titanic 2. It won't sink this time. This secretly is a non-canon prequel to the RE Village games, and they soon meet sex icon Leon Kennedy. That would be really funny if he somehow wound up on the ship like, man, I never catch a break.
Hell, with marketing like that, they'd probably have more customers than they'd know what to do with.
I don't know. I think he's overestimating exactly how many people would really want to do that.
Do you really think people would want to ride on a ship with such an ominous past?
No, that's true.
It's the site of the worst accident in history.
Worst accident in history so far. Bro, though, I think there were at least a few things that happened that were worse than the Titanic since the Titanic.
Over 1,500 people died. I wouldn't be surprised if you'd get cursed just for going.
A curse, huh?
Jumpy, do you believe in that sort of thing? You know, curses and stuff?
Sure.
Yeah, well, I guess so, to a certain extent.
Junpei scratched his temple.
What about you? No, I guess that's kind of a dumb question.
Yes, I do believe in curses.
I'm trying to get on her route. Hopefully this is all the right choice.
In fact, I think it was a curse that sunk the Titanic.
Okay, that's a bit of a stretch. It was an iceberg.
What?
A curse sank the Titanic.
A curse on who?
The curse of the Egyptian mummy.
All right. I don't know what I was expecting her to say, but that was not it. Junpei couldn't understand how June had maintained a straight face to say that.
Supposedly, the Titanic carried the mummy of the priestess Amun-Ra, which was stolen from a pyramid. And they say that the
Okay.
mummy had a history.
Of the number 9.
Everyone involved with it died mysterious deaths.
I have heard that with a few mummy things.
Come on, I'm
like
sure
the King
you've
Tut
heard of
one.
it before. Those who open the coffin will be forever cursed. Haven't
I
you
don't know if
ever
June is
heard
saying
that one?
Junpei or Jumpy. Or Junpei. Honestly, good question, but let's just assume she knows how to pronounce his name.
So you're saying
Wouldn't it be
the
really funny if it's
Titanic
like,
sunk
oh,
because
you're
of
my
that
beloved
curse?
childhood friend. Jump-A. Yeah, that's totally who I am.
That's right.
June's eyes had lit up with excitement like a child with a new toy.
That mummy, the priestess, supposedly, she was special.
She was my special.
What do you mean?
Well, supposedly, she was really pretty.
Pretty?
Yes,
But she was a mummy.
that's right.
Look, some people are into that, dude. Don't judge.
She wasn't all shriveled up or rotten or anything. She almost looked alive.
And then she kidnapped us and put us on this boat.
Okay, it's that thing. I don't remember the name. Where your body turns into some kind of wax? Yeah?
Is that a thing?
The fat in it turns into something kind of like candle wax, right? And
Yes, saponification, but that's not what it was.
You're gonna turn into soap. I feel like the Titanic ain't exactly much of a mystery, June.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's not it. She wasn't wax.
then what was it?
They say that she was frozen.
In time.
What? Frozen?
That's right. The whole body was frozen solid. You know how a human body is more than 60% water? Well, all of that water was frozen.
She was more than 60% ice. Like a human watermelon.
The story says that from the time of its discovery,
So she made
all
the
way
iceberg.
through to when it got put on the Titanic. Even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted.
That's crazy.
I think so too, but maybe it's true and we just didn't know about it before.
Wouldn't that mean it's at the bottom of the ocean now?
I didn't know?
Yep. Maybe it's common sense to eat shaved ice in the desert because it lasts forever.
I don't think that's true.
Huh?
I think it will
that
melt.
Seems too silly to be true.
At this point, I don't understand what's with puzzle death games and the love for necrophilia, but here we are. Bro, I don't know. I think the death part would be a pretty big indicator there.
But maybe it isn't. It just appears that way because you didn't know
That's
it
my
was
main thought
true.
on that, I guess.
Well, yeah,
Yeah. June and Junpei talked a little more and then went back to their investigation. But even as they did, his mind went back to what she'd told him.
ice that doesn't melt, even in the desert? Does something
Creating
like that really
rivers
exist?
in the desert.
No, even if it did, it wouldn't really be ice anymore, would it?
The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. Like he'd eaten his ice cream too fast. There we are again with ice. Okay, let's see. This is the mirror for the dresser. And now she's playing with her hair. Did she even realize she's doing that? Hey, we don't have time for that. Come on. Come on, it's not like there's anyone here you need to impress. Yes, there is. Who? Junpei. Work with me, man. What? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? Oh, forget it, Jumpy. Oh, hey. Dresser key. Okay, there's that. What about this? Well, anyway. Anything in the stool? Yeah, that goes with the dresser. There's nothing particularly interesting about it. Got to investigate this thing. A wooden cupboard. There are cups inside, surprising no one. I'm a little surprised there was nothing in it. It's a light. Next to it, we can see. There is nothing else of note in this room. Alright. kind of a weird looking picture. Do you think it's an abstract painting or something? I think it's a clue. Very active description. Hates ice cream and doesn't eat it, so they have no clue if it's all true. Huh. It's kind of like a demon with an elephant-like nose. Out of curiosity, what specifically do you dislike about ice cream? Is it like the flavor, or like the texture, or like the fact that it's cold, or... I don't know. I know some people don't like it specifically because they don't like how cold it is. They don't like the feeling of like biting into it with their teeth and like shuddering their brain. Look, kind of like a demon with an elephant-like nose. Sucking on a human being's brain. No, it looks like my parents fighting. Where the hell did that come from? What's her brain made of? Ice cream? I can't say if I'd mind finding a little more about what goes on in there. No, wait. How do I use items again? Look, there's a room on the right side of the picture. Bathroom. That's the bathroom wall. There are square tiles all over it. Let's check the toilet. There's nothing in there. The tank's empty too. There isn't even any water in it. Toilet paper? A collection of full and partially depleted rolls of toilet paper. Someone was well prepared. Always ate it incorrectly. After I did, I just hated the milk aspect of it. More a fan of snow cones, icicles. I get it. There's kind of like an appeal to snow cones where it's like the... I don't know, I like eating ice, and that's like the acceptable version of that. So, there's nothing too suspicious about it. Let's see. Alright, so what is suspicious in here? It's a shower head. It feels dry too. It probably means no one has used it in a long time. There's a little blue platform protruding from the shower wall next to the knobs. It's for putting soap on. I used a shower once, so I know. That's the shower knob. Let's see if anything happens when we turn it. No water's coming out. Okay, so in other words, there's basically nothing actually in here. Yeah, why don't we go back to the living room? Okay, let's go back. It's weird that there was a cutscene for that specifically, but... Okay, where are you going? I was thinking of going over to Lotus's room. Why? What do you mean, why? I'm gonna go check up on them. Is there something wrong with that? Well, no. Come back soon. Sure thing. I'll leave the rest to you. Sure. Leave it to me. Alright, off to the other room. Ice is delicious, especially if, like, fresh in your hand from the fridge dispenser. Oh, yeah, totally. I like the crunched ice thing, because that's usually, like... Oh, that's interesting. It's a tile with a black and white pattern on it. There's a square tile in this frame. It's glued in there quite well. I don't think you can take it out. Looks like a valuable vase. Empty, though. Seems to be room on the left side of the vase. Yep, shower wall, blue thing. Toilet. Anything in the toilet? I guess not. Tank's empty, too. Some toilet paper. Some toilet paper. You've got 2 rolls, I guess. That seems to always mean you're making progress. I would hope so, yeah. Basically nothing in the bathroom. Alright. Candle. Candle with a candlestick. This might come in handy. Oh, cool. Alright, can I combine this with that? I know. I use these matches to light the candle. Black and white pattern on it. Nope, that did nothing. Alright. Well, this is a display case. Check it out. These plates and shit look really expensive. You want to take a look? Come on, you stupid thing. Open! It's locked? Yeah, looks that way. Then we need to find the key that opens it. Damn, guess this is the wrong key. Well, that means there's gotta be another one somewhere around here. Otherwise, we aren't going to be able to open this thing. Okay, so I'm guessing we get that piece from there. This tile, I think I've seen it somewhere. Yeah, I know. I know it's like the one we saw in the other room. Okay, so yeah, basically we need to put this tile in the frame over there and match it to the one in the other room. Junpei, I don't mean to pry, but you lit that candle so we could check that room over there, right? I mean, it is dark, you know. Yeah, so? Well, you need to take it with you then, but otherwise there's not really much point to lighting it. Oh, yeah. Awesome. The light from the candle, maybe we can, yeah, let's just do it. But it gets so hot when I hold it. I want to put it down. Well, why don't you set it on top of the dresser? It's flat there. At least it won't fall over. Oh, yeah. Good idea. Junpei, are you okay? Hey, you got pretty bright. Now we can look around a little. Alright. Let's see if this... Yes! Yes, it worked! Alright, what's in it? Oh, good, tile piece. Nice. Hey, Junpei! It's a cupboard! There's a friggin' cupboard in here! Are you alright? No, don't give me that! Come on, a cupboard in the bedroom can only mean there's a safe in here. Really? God damn, there's nothing in here. I'm all worked up for nothing. It's a picture of an old cruise ship. Is it the Titanic? Curtain. Okay, interesting. Huh? Hey, what the hell? It just got dark all of a sudden. Maybe the candle got blown out. We should go see. Nosferatu! Oh, it burnt all the way down, damn. There's a candlestick covered in melted wax on top of the dresser. Hey, what's this? The top of the candlestick looks kind of weird. Is it a key? It's all bumpy. Ah. Okay. See, these puzzles aren't really that complex so far. Let's see if this candlestick key will do anything. Yes! It opened! Alright, pull that shit open! Got another plate. Excellent.
Hey, Junpei, you got a minute?
Maybe. Santa had shown up out of nowhere and gave Junpei no small start. He was right there the whole time. Hmm?
Here, take this.
Santa pulled something out of his pocket.
A bookmark.
Hmm? It looked like a bookmark. It had a 4-leaf clover in it.
What is this for? Do you want me to read a book?
I found it in between some of the cushions on the sofa.
Okay.
Pretty sure it ain't gonna be any help to us, but I figured we might as well hang on to it anyway.
Then why don't you hold on to it?
Well, because Santa gave him a wry smile.
You know what I hate most in the world?
Me?
I got 4 things. Hope, faith, love, and luck.
This guy's Monokuma.
Hope, faith, love, and luck?
He's given in to despair.
Damn straight.
And you hate these things?
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
I don't give a shit, man. Let's go.
Not really, but...
So our anime characters have 0 spatial awareness. Yeah? It's always like you get up right next to one of them and they're like, bleh! Junpei tried to figure out how best to phrase what he wanted to say.
What does a bookmark have to do with any of that?
Because it's 4-leaf clover, which means luck, so yeah. Santa scratched the back of his ear and looked awkward.
Well, see, each leaf on the 4-leaf clover has a meaning to it, okay? And that meaning is pretty much those 4 words. It's like flower language. Well,
yeah.
I guess it's not a flower, is it? So, leaf language, I guess? Yeah, you could call them leaf words.
Leaf words.
Leaf words.
Hope, faith, love, and luck.
Because it's a 4-leaf clover.
The meaning of the leaves on a 4-leaf clover.
Oh, okay.
So
he hates clover.
I want you to take it, okay? Just touching it gives
Probably.
me the creeps. Take the damn thing, all right?
Is he like a demon? Is he allergic to, like, happiness? He's the white bear from UDG game. Don't play it if you haven't, trust me. You can't play it on stream without being risky. Huh.
Here.
Want to do? I mean, sure, bro, I'll take it. No real issue there. Decided to take it. After all, why shouldn't he?
Alright, sure. I'll take it.
He shoved the thing into his pocket and gave Santa a last confused look.
Oh, man, I feel a lot better now.
That's gonna come back to bite me later, but...
That thing was a real pain, you know?
Do you really hate those 4 words that much?
Yeah, well, they can all betray you, you know?
Oh, God.
Hope, faith, love, even your destiny.
What had happened to Santa, Junpei wondered. How had he become such a bitter person? For a moment, they looked at each other.
Well, that's not my only reason.
You see, I play ranked League of Legends, so...
What?
That's not the only reason I hate the 4-leaf clover.
Because he hates Clover.
I just can't bring myself to like the number 4.
What, worried about the 4 horsemen?
Nah, come on, man. That's just silly.
No, I hate it because,
Maybe back in the Dark Ages, that kind of crap scared people.
Would he be a silly thing for the number 4? Like...
But this is the 21st century, and I'm a 21st century guy.
I would have said 21st century boy, but we'd be
I'm
sued.
a little insulted.
Then why do you hate 4 so much?
Cause it's a half-assed number.
It's at... Alright.
Not the best or the worst. That's why.
Sure, bro. Jurikun with Kurokun with straights. Yeah, that's... He's even got some of the black on him. Look, he's got, like, strings and stuff.
What?
He's got a belt around his neck, or whatever this is.
9 is a way better number.
Okay.
So what if it's last place, right? At least it's not some lame-ass middle number.
What are you...
So he hates Clover, I think? Santa's explanation made no sense. I'm guessing this will make sense in the other routes, or something. Junpei was even more confused than before.
You play?
Play?
What? You like, gambling at it?
You mean
sure.
like gambling?
Yeah, of course. What else would I mean?
I don't know, League of Legends? Def.
In Baccarat, the best possible hand totals 9. They call it Le Grand. But the lowest, most worthless cards, the zeros, they call Monkey.
Just like the guy in charge of this game, huh? Zero's a monkey.
Junpei, that might get you cancelled depending on certain factors. Santa blinked, utterly stunned.
What?
What? Then he began to laugh.
Oh man, you're totally right.
Oh great, he's a Genshin gambling player. Oh god. He plays gacha games. The worst kind. No, but like, calling someone a monkey. That's an
Trapped
insult.
us in here sure is one hell of a monkey.
Alright, Geto, calm yourself. That was when Lotus spoke up.
You know, if you think about it, the Nonary game is really a lot like Baccarat.
Sure, I know what that is. Apparently, she'd been listening.
And of course, it doesn't use any of that stupid digital root junk. You just drop the tens digit, and that's it. Still, it does have the same idea of your final number needing to be a single digit.
Oh, yeah, I guess you got a point.
The current theory is that Santa's the evil one.
And in both games, whoever has 9 wins.
The person who makes 9 wins?
Wait, did you forget already? Don't you remember what Zero said?
It is hidden, but an exit can be found.
Seek a door that carries a 9. That's Frieza, that's a damn compliment. That's true.
Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
Hello, monkey.
So, if we want to get off this boat, we have to make a team whose numbers have the digital root of 9.
Oh. And unfortunately, that's probably not everybody together. I would assume.
Only the people in that team are going to make it out alive.
Wait, unless we can form 2 teams with the digital root of 9. Let's think, we only have 1 through 8 together. That altogether is 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, 28, and then 37. That makes 10. So, in other words, if they drop Ace, everyone but him can survive. And actually, wait, now that I think about it, if that last guy hadn't died, they all could have made it out.
Of course.
That would have made 45, and then they could get 9.
That's why it's called the Nonary game.
What?
Huh?
What if we can make 2 with 9, though?
You don't know? Nonary means something derived from 9, or base 9. It's
Okay.
derived from the Latin prefix nona, which means 9. While we're at it, the prefix for 1 is uni. You know, like the unicorn, the horse with one horn.
And for 2, it's bi. And for 3, it's tri. And for 4, it's quai.
2 is bi, like binary.
Yeah.
Binary means composed of 2 parts. 3 is tri. I'm sure
Yeah.
you've heard that one.
Monster Hunter Tri, yeah.
Like trio, triple, and triangle. You get
Triangle.
it. After that, you have quart, quinty,
Okay.
sext, septum, and so on. And of course, the prefix for 8 is octo, like octopus.
And then for 9, it's non. And for 10, it's Deca. Death is named that way because his gift is death. Also, Santa reminds me of a less ADHD-fueled Kokichi. I can kind of see
It's
it.
called that because it has 8 legs. Get it?
I see. So then Nona means 9.
So,
Non.
how many of us are trapped on this ship?
There were 9,
That'd be
now there
9.
are fewer.
And what are the bracelet numbers we have?
They go from 1 to 9.
And our time limit? How many hours did we have?
9 persons, 9
Zero
hours,
said
9
9
doors. That's the bit, that's the whole thing.
And finally, to get out of this ship,
We need to find the door with a 9 that's hidden somewhere in the ship.
By making a team with the digital root of 9.
Lotus nodded again.
and there you have it. The number 9 is everywhere in this game. He's got a real theme of 9s for this whole thing. No wonder it's called the Nonary game.
Somewhere far away, Junpei heard the creak of stressed metal. It sounded almost like Zero laughing at them. I can kind of see that as like a metaphor. Or the sad, desperate scream of a pig headed to the slaughterhouse. Is that what pigs sound like? Okay, well, anyway. Basically, the moral of the story is that we cannot all make it out. Which means at some point I'm probably going to have to pick. This is the bathroom wall. The whole wall is covered in these square tiles. There's a curtain rod running along the ceiling. Let's put that shower curtain on those hooks. Let's try spreading the curtains. Wow, it's a pretty obvious peephole. So I should give the characters all different voices. Somebody's really dedicated. Well, with a hole this big, you gotta wonder if maybe they wanted to be caught. So, you're saying that maybe the one getting spied on was into that shit? Maybe they were into, like, those home invasion fantasies. Home invasion? Interesting. I see. You two are real idiots, you know that? Okay, wait, can I go over here? Let's try spreading the curtains. There's a hole in the curtain. If I look at it from a ways back, I can see a single tile. Alright, from here I can see what tile it is. It looks like it's 5th from the top and 3rd from the right. Might as well put it back. Alright, looking through this hole, I can see a white tile, 5th from the top and 3rd from the right. Let's have a closer look, shall we? Something strange here. Nope, that thing's not budging. Well, then that means... ordinary everyday tiles. That means what? Oh, it must be in the other room. What's up? You're going back already? Well, I can't just leave June there by herself. What, do you think you're her knight or her protector or something? You're creeping me out. Whatever, man. Your deep voice sounds like Snake, and I'm eventually gonna want Colonel to show up eventually over radio. Colonel, I'm on a boat. My ass is too thick. Wait, no, but I'm dummy thick, and my ass claps keep alerting the 0. Whatever, man. I'm going. Alright, then we go over here. There it is. Here it is. Yes, this one's loose. I think I can get under this with my nails and... yes! Alright, good. We have all the plates. Now, we go back. We look up at this thing. Okay, so it's big part. Alright, this part top left. This part bottom right. And then this part top left. Okay. The exit. Lotus and Santa are in the room on the other side. We can go check up on them. There's a tile in the frame. I guess I'm supposed to put these tiles in the empty spaces. Alright then. I'm gonna give it a shot. There we go. All right. Yes! I did it! There, picture complete. And there goes the frame. What's this? What's this? What do you mean, what do you mean, what's this? Actually, I should use the Snake voice for Snake. This one will be, Let's make him Irish, for some reason. What do you mean, what's this? Pretty obvious, isn't it? It's a hole in the wall. Like a hidden safe or something, you know. Anyway, let's take a look. I think there's something inside. It's a key. A Mars key. This one can get me all the Mars bars I want. That's a shitty joke, alright. Junpei messed around a bit with the key he had and looked blankly at the picture that slid down.
What's the deal with this picture anyway?
Why does it look like my parents fighting? All I saw was rotating symbols, good job. Oh, thanks. Santa had only been mumbling to himself, but it drew Lotus's attention. He looked at the picture and paused.
I think I've seen this picture before.
I'm trying to blur my eyes to see if I can, like, figure out the shape, but I don't know. Where?
In a book. There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory. I saw this picture in his book.
What's this interesting theory?
Morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance.
What?
Man, I can't deal with this. Just listening to you talk about it is giving me a headache.
Man, just let her speak. Come on. Santa should definitely be Icelandic. Actually, no, Irish works just fine. Santa puts his hands on his head, as though he were in great pain. Lotus merely arched an eyebrow in his direction and continued. I could try making him Icelandic. Man, I can't deal with this. Just listening to you talk about it is giving me a headache. Actually, wait, what is an Icelandic? Never mind, I'll figure that out later.
It's not a difficult concept to grasp.
Ooh.
In essence, he states that the shape of living organisms and their behavioral patterns are transmitted through a field not visible to the eye.
What part of that isn't difficult, exactly?
Lotus did not look pleased.
All right, how about this? Theory of the telepathic mechanism.
Telepathy?
Yes, telepathy. Well, perhaps not exactly telepathy, but it's close enough for a simple approximation.
Santa suddenly burst into laughter. I thought I was gonna say song, and I thought that would be worse.
Are you serious? Telepathy? Who do you think we are? Kids from the 70s? I can't believe someone would actually do serious research on something like that.
I mean, yeah, no, that's, yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Lotus's response was surprisingly curt. Junpei had expected at least some
I
conflict.
read the book, but I can hardly say I understood it. I'm in no position to defend or condemn anything it said. It was probably just someone latching onto a statistical outlier from some study and turning it into a ridiculous theory. There's no science.
That's a question. I don't know about 7 stereotypical accents. Yeah, I have my normal generic American one and or Canadian, because apparently some Canadians talk like this. Oh, I got this this Midwest accent, the one they talk with over in like Minnesota, and I got a New York accent. That's a pretty good one. Oh, I've got a good Irish accent. And a good Scottish accent. I can kind of do an English one, but not to a degree that I'd say I'm particularly good at. Australian now I can do to some extent, but mostly it's exaggerated by a lot. German I'm fairly confident in, however I cannot say I am quite the best at doing it. Also this might be French and I might be wrong.
But even so, Anyway, I saw a picture like that one in his book.
Lotus indicated the picture that they'd all been looking at. After a moment, she walked up to the strange picture, examined it, and then spoke.
Hey, what do you think this picture looks like?
It looks like a pterodactyl eating a small man. Santa answered first.
What do you mean? Isn't it just like abstract or something like that? It's just black and white scribbles. There's no meaning there. That's it.
It's not about the meaning that it has, it's about the meaning that you find in it.
What about you, Junpei? Does it look like anything to you?
I guess it looks like...
Bunyarinpa. No fucking clue what that is. A man's face. I'm trying to see it. But, don't know what a Funyarinpa is, but sure. I can tell you how to do a good East Coast accent. Just say the N-word every sentence between every word. I'm not gonna do that, but thanks for the recommendation.
Funyarinpa.
I like how he also sounded confused.
See, I mean, this totally looks like one. And here, and here.
Junpei indicated parts of the picture that looked exactly like the other parts. What's a Funyarinpa? After 3 seconds of silence, Lotus looked at Junpei. What the fuck are you talking about?
What the hell is a Funyarinpa?
What do you mean? What the hell is a Funyarinpa? You mean you don't know?
How the hell would I know?
How could you not know? That's practically blasphemous.
Sure.
Oh, say you're sorry. Apologize to the Funyarinpa. Goodness, you are such a rude woman.
Honestly, this is the kind of writing I expected after playing AS Omnium Files. Another 3 seconds of awkward silence went by. Lotus opened her mouth as she shook.
Junpei, are you just screwing around?
This is a joke, but an accurate one. Yeah.
Forget it. I'm just gonna tell you. This is a dog.
Cool.
See? Like this.
Lotus pointed out the parts of the picture, and eventually the dog took shape in them. Where is its shoulder? It looked as though she had a point. It was a dog. Santa also nodded in agreement. Or is it only a dog because she said it was?
So, now we know what it's a picture of, but I don't see how that helps us.
Lotus nodded and began to speak.
A TV show from Great Britain did an experiment once. They took 2 similar pictures. Both of them were difficult to identify, initially. But once you figured out the answer, you couldn't see it as anything else.
I mean, I still see it as a pterodactyl eating a dude.
These 2 pictures. The first was a woman wearing a hat.
Okay.
The other one, well, to make it easier, let's just say it was this picture of a dog.
All right.
So, their experiment. First, they sent the picture to other parts of the world world outside the reach of British airwaves. To Ireland, the US, Africa, Europe, etc.
Ireland will never have British airwaves on their networks.
Then, in each country, they gathered a number of test subjects, roughly 1,000 people. They were shown the two pictures and asked, what does this picture look like to you? The results weren't really interesting on their own. 9.2% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture.
What about,
3.9% saw the dog in the dog
Oh,
picture.
okay, that's like a snout, and then, okay, I didn't see that before.
Then, 2 days later...
Also, when I
they
said the
aired a
lady
new
picture,
dog
I thought
picture.
this was the lady. Like, this is her nose, this is her earring, and she's got like a hat up here.
During the 30-minute show, they broadcast the dog picture and its solution. The audience was estimated to be 200,000 people. After the broadcast, it was a safe bet that the number of people who knew the solution to the dog picture was at least that many. After another 2 days passed, they gathered more research subjects from areas outside the reach of British TV and radio. This time, they only found a sample
the
of
point
roughly
of this-
850 people. Naturally, none of them had participated in the first test. They were, however, given the same tests and the same two pictures. The results were startling. 10% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture.
Oh, this is the face of the lady, okay.
The previous test sat at a 9.2% success rate. Not much of a change statistically. The dog picture, however,
I thought it was kinda like a
produced
volcano
very
or something.
different result.
Abstract paintings are weird, yeah.
The percentage of people able to successfully find the dog, it went from 3.9% to 6.8%, a very significant increase. So do you understand? Do you realize the significance of this experiment? There was no way the second group could have seen the picture. They lived far away from Britain and couldn't have seen it. But even so, it was only the success rate for the dog picture that went up.
But it could also just be that they thought it was a dog.
Why? How did that happen? What does it mean?
You have to run repeated tests to make sure people will actually understand these things. Lotus looked back and forth from Junpei to Santa and back again. Normally calm and collected, she looked now as though she were very neatly possessed, or very nearly possessed, and there was something manic about her manner. Santa took an involuntary step backward. Junpei didn't budge and stared straight back into Lotus's
Wait,
eyes.
does this have something to do with that field? Or whatever it was that you were talking about earlier?
The Psychomantis field.
A field not visible to the eye. So, if more people know the answer, then that information will pass through the field. Huh.
Psych!
What? Her manner suddenly shifted and Lotus smiled broadly at Junpei and Santa. She waved her hand dismissively, doing her best to laugh the whole confrontation off.
I was just kidding. You really shouldn't take me seriously.
Lotus, we're on a sinking ship.
Well, I mean, the things I just told you about are true.
Okay.
They really did happen. But the results of that experiment really aren't anything to go by. They could have easily falsified them.
That's true.
In the end, I'm sure they were just in it for the ratings. They are a TV station after all.
What's your favorite conspiracy? I like the lizard people one. It just seems like such a fun one, you know? Like, oh, lizard people are controlling everything, and it's like, bro, why would there be lizards that are, one, shaped like people? Why would they control everything? And two, it's like, you know, that's kind of a cool idea, having lizard people. At last, it seemed that Santa had gained control of his composure.
Right! Man, I gotta admit, you had me there for a minute. I, really thought you were serious.
Of course not. Like I told you before, I'm sure it's all just pseudoscience.
Oh, okay.
And that's probably how things are going to work for this game, where it's like different routes, you learn different things, then you can go on a special thing where everyone lives. Santa and Lotus laughed and gave one another jovial claps on the shoulder. Junpei, however, didn't feel so much like laughing. Something felt wrong, unclear.
All right, enough nonsense. We've got the key. Let's get out of here.
Word.
After we get June. Lotus and Santa walked away from the picture, but Junpei stayed, staring at the picture of the dog.
Huh. A field not visible to the naked eye.
This is with lycanthropy sound terrifying. Yeah, that sounds kind of crazy.
Morphogenetic field.
Especially if they're like only in the full moon and they turn into people. The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. Imagine being like a were person. Alright, let's get to the hotel hallway. I'll go get Jane. You guys head out into the door. Okay. Roger that. Yes! It unlocked! Good job, Junpei. Good, now I can get going. Come on, what are you guys standing around for? Let's get out of here. Come on, Jumpy, let's go. Alright, let's go. There's a zombie on the other side. You found it! Novasimo, we did it! They stepped through the door to find themselves in a wide hallway.
Oh, another hallway.
Junpei, June, Lotus, and Santa stopped for a moment and looked at their surroundings. A short distance away, a metal grate extended across the width of the hallway.
Come on, open!
It's not going to open because you rattled it, you know.
Damn it!
They took hold and shook, but it refused to move.
Look over here!
Is it the other group? Nearby was a pair of elevators.
Elevators. And the buttons? Of course they don't work.
The power must be out here too, just like by the staircase.
That leaves this door.
With kind of oddly textured
Well,
wood.
Looks like we don't have any choice.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Well then, let's open it.
All right, here I go.
Junpei grabbed hold of the knob and quietly pushed the door open. Oh boy. He entered slowly, trying to take in as much of his surroundings as he could. The others followed shortly.
Oh, so it's a kitchen.
Santa did not look pleased.
What were you expecting?
Isn't it obvious?
Food! Women!
The exit? I was
Power!
hoping this would be the way out of here.
I'm surprised these kind of people can hold anything with how twinkish they are. Their arms are a little skinny.
You
Well, I
really
mean, he's
think
probably
it'd be
mostly
that
fine.
easy?
Yeah, I know. Still.
As they talked, Lotus headed deeper into the room. Until at last she stood in front of a door.
If we can just get through this door, we should come out on the other side of that grate we saw earlier.
You're not gonna say the thing, but don't we need a key for that?
No good.
Sorry, I guess that wasn't very constructive. Neither Junpei nor Lotus looked terribly happy.
Anyway, let's take a look.
On the map. Junpei dug the ship map from his pocket and spread it out in front of him. As he did...
Hey!
What's that?
Huh? Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to tell you. I found this a
Map.
little while ago. It's a map of the B-deck.
Before Junpei could finish, Lotus snatched the map away from him.
Let me see that.
My apologies for taking it from you, the master of boat maps. Alright.
I knew it. See? Look.
Yes, hold your horses.
Junpei, we are running out of time.
What did you figure out?
Well, I guess we're always running out of time, but like, you know, in more of a literal sense at the moment.
This is handy.
See? We came in here. Now if we go out there, then we'll be on the other side of the grate.
With her finger, Lotus traced a path on the map.
How about that? She's right.
And then we
can't
can
get
go
out
down
through
this
there.
hallway.
There we go. Here, you can have it back.
Satisfied that she'd been correct, Lotus folded the map and handed it back to Junpei.
Thanks.
He took it and slid the valuable piece of paper back into his pocket.
There's a card reader on the right side of the door.
And that means the key card is somewhere in here, right?
That seems the most likely.
All right, we know what we need to do then.
Time for another
Let's get
escape
moving.
room.
First off, I say we split up and look for clues.
Okay.
Alright, gang, let's split up and look for clues. Drum, drum. Okay. Seek a way out. Again. Okay, yeah, doable. What about this? A voucher. It says, appetizer 9, meat dish 10, soup A, seafood dish F. Probably some kind of code. It's a lot of notes. They've got a bunch of stuff written on them, but it doesn't look like a code or anything like that. Cool, what about this? Wow. This pot looks like it's made out of silver. I bet drinking tea from this pot would be really yummy. Spending a day off with June, drinking tea. Did such a day ever happen for me? Jumpy? Oh, nothing. We don't really need hot water, so we should be moving on. Alright, it's going. Think this is all part of Zero's plan? Probably. Kinda hard to believe there's a chef on board somewhere. I wonder what this drawer is. You see the metal grate on top of the grill? They make it like that so that the fat and juices can drip off into the meat while it cooks. Looks like the area under the plate opens up. No, you can't. I already checked. It's sealed shut. I think that's where the coal goes. This is a code. Wait a minute, hold on. What did that thing say again? 910 AF. So you can enter numbers into this thing. Is it an oven timer? Probably for entering a passcode. After all, the oven door is locked. My guess is that'll open if we put in the correct code. The buttons are for entering a passcode. We don't have a passcode yet, though. I should probably look for some hints before I start messing around with this thing. Fine, alright. That's the door. All we've got here is a pot and frying pan. Oh, and a pressure cooker. Well, I guess we could use some of those as weapons. What kind of an idiot are you? What kind of an idiot are you? You're gonna run around holding that thing while you're looking for the dead? Hey man, it was just a joke. Why so serious? That's the exit. There's a big old iron plate covering the door. I don't think we can open it. Kind of far away. I can't really tell, but is that a ladle? I don't really think a ladle is going to be very useful. I like to think we're just floating a drone cam instead of having an actual character. The tank with a pipe coming out of it. Nothing really that special about it. It's a bolt, and it's really rusty. Is this even open? We won't know until we try. Let's give it a shot. Alright, let's see if you're gonna come out. Damn. No dice. How about the trash cans? A trash can. There's nothing inside of it. Oh, better than being full of rotten food, I suppose. Yeah, but there's nothing in here. How about there's nothing in here? Hey, Santa, digging through the trash really suits you. What the hell did he just say? Listen, lady, I did you a favor. I know you just pissed me with moan, so I did it for you. Hey, am I don't recall asking you to do anything. Hey, I ought to throttle you. I ought to throttle you. Excuse me. Does it feel colder in here? Okay, so that one doesn't open. Let me go over to the wall. Not a lot in here, is there? Those 9 plates look pretty expensive. They're plates for appetizers. Remember, appetizers usually come on square plates. Oh, okay. Well, excuse me, princess. 1, 2, 3, there's 10 of them. You flip these over, they look like hats. The middle is super deep for a plate. Oh, so these are the code number things. They are soup plates. They are made that way so that the soup doesn't spill. If we ever get out of here, you should treat yourself to a nice dinner out. What makes you think a poor college student like me has the money to do something like that? I think there are 15 of these plates, so it's 9, 10, 15. I'm assuming they're for seafood. How the hell can you tell that? Oh no, the kitchen's gonna turn into a giant freezer soon. Oh god. Look, imagine if that was a thing where like every dialogue you press on it gets like a little colder until you have to like just speed run it. It looks just like any other plate from the 99-cent store. If you ever take a lady out to dinner, you're going to embarrass yourself. I feel sorry for June. What? Why the hell are you bringing up June? The lady doth protest too much, methinks. You are not terribly subtle. There's a little wavy ridges on this plate. Those plates are for serving meat. Ah, you really are ignorant, aren't you? Come on, I feel like I need to know this crap. Jeez. Okay, so the thing said, match at the end of the counter. It doesn't match the number of plates on the table. It says appetizer 9, meat dish 10, soup A, seafood dish F on the voucher. And the plates on the table are 9 appetizers, 16 meat, 10 soup, 15 seafood. Maybe they're using hexadecimal here. And hexadecimal is... it's a number system that goes 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, 10, 11. You're familiar with base 10, right? That's the normal system of numbers. The base 10 equivalents of our hexadecimal numbers would go like this. A10, B11, C12, D13, E14, F15. Hospital 666 Part 2 win. I don't know, we'll figure that out at some point with the Cool Jays. Welcome to the stream, John, how you doing? They did say it got a little colder randomly, so it does make sense for the more chats you need, the colder we'll get till actual timer shows. It would be kind of fun. And 10 equals 16. And 10 equals 16. The 10 becomes 16 in base 10. I know it sounds strange, but you can think of it as just 6 letters added onto the normal number system after 9. A10, B11, C12, D13, E14, F15, 10, 16, and so on. I think I get it. Hexadecimal. I wonder if it's some kind of hint. Remember what I told you about hexadecimal code earlier? Yeah, of course I do. Alright, then here's a little quiz for you. What would 9 plus F in base 10 be? That would be... 25. 24. That's right. Good job, you're a fast learner. Great, I was trying to figure out the numbers though. 9. 9 is even in hexadecimal. Normal decimal. 10. 10 is A in hexadecimal. Great. There are 15 in seafood plates. F on the voucher. Good. 16 meat plates. 16 is written as 10 in hexadecimal. In other words, 9, 15, 16, 10. Wait, no, that... Sure. 9, 15, 16, 10. This is probably what you're supposed to use to enter the password. Maybe if we put in the right number, it'll open the oven door. Hey Junpei, why don't you try entering the numbers we found on the voucher earlier? The one that said appetizer 9, meat dish 10, soup A, seafood dish F? Yes. Convert the 10, A, F, A, and F to base 10. So in other words, 11 and 15. Well, it's worth a shot. No dice. Looks like that's too many numbers. Okay, then what if it was like... The number of the voucher isn't the actual passcode. Okay, so let me enter the actual passcode. God damn it! Alright. What else can I do to fix that? Okay. Oh, okay. Sink. It's still got water in it. There's a couple of plates in here. I'm keep forgetting the accent somehow. There are a couple of plates in there, but I don't think that they're gonna help us much. Actually, they might. It's a sink with water in it. A couple of plates in the water. Which kinds of plates? Maybe this table's for preparing food. There are plates everywhere. Uh-huh. What about them? What's this? A whetstone. Okay, interesting. Huh. Was there like a knife around here, or... An ordinary ladle. No reason to hang on to it. Ladle, 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 I made you out of clay. Oh, wait. This is sad. I remember a simple children's song. It's an ordinary ladle. Remember, Junpei, ladle, not dreidel. It's an ordinary ladle. Remember, Junpei, ladle, not dreidel. Okay. If I keep clicking on it, something might happen. I don't know. A whetstone, though. Looks like a bunch of instructions for using the cooking utensils. Nothing really suspicious about that. But are there any knives? Oh, a countertop. There's a rolling pin and colander here. Nothing useful. Maybe it would be useful if you fucking... Okay. This is the display above the buttons. Okay. Something here has to give. The grill. There's some coals down there. They're bright red. Drawer seems to be stuck. Won't open. Okay. What else can I potentially use the whetstone on? Actually, wait. Can I leave? Oh. That solves that. There's so much stuff in here. A whole lot of cans. This is probably a pantry. Hey, there's something behind the cheese. You're right. Why don't we move some of the cheese? Alright guys, time to move it. You and I need to look behind you. The little green bottle back there. Bottle of oil. Can I combine this with the whetstone? Nope. Milk in here. Milk in an iron barrel. Judging by the rust, it's probably really old. Maybe we shouldn't open it up. I don't think it'd be a pretty sight. Oh, we got a knife, alright.
A rusty knife? I don't think we'll be able to use it while it's like this.
But I have a whetstone. The knife seemed to be important, Junpei thought, but it wasn't going to be much use the way it was.
It's futile.
Yeah.
Futile.
You know, a waste, useless, pointless.
Okay, interesting word choice. Is that like that was supposed to jump at me?
Any particular reason you
also,
wanted to bring
they
that
didn't
up?
say what happened to the cheese here, so I choose to believe that they ate it.
Oh, no reason really. I was just thinking about futility.
Yeah. Huh? She wasn't making much sense. Junpei tried rephrasing his question.
Why were you thinking about futility?
At last, she answered.
Well, it has something to do with the Titanic.
The Titanic?
The Titanic?
Yep. Have you ever heard the story that the sinking of the Titanic was predicted?
Because there weren't enough life vessels? Yes.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I'm totally lying to this girl so I can
There was a novel that
do
had
her
a bunch
route.
of stuff in it that described the sinking of the Titanic before it actually sank.
Yeah, that's the one. The title of the novel is Futility. It was written 14 years before the Titanic sank.
Dang, that's probably before the ship was even made.
But
by the end of it, like, some guy who made the Titanic was like, well, maybe we should make a giant ship that can't sink.
I know. I mean, I didn't know the name of the book, but the story was the same, right? It was just like what happened on the Titanic?
yeah,
Well, I heard it was all a hoax.
a hoax.
I heard that the stuff that matched up to the Titanic so well was actually added after it sank. Apparently, the only thing that was the same originally was that a boat ran into an iceberg and sank.
But the novel was published in 1898, 14 years before the accident.
Like I said, that was the first print of the book. 14 years later, the author heard about what happened to the Titanic.
And then printed it again.
He figured that was his
lying to the
chance,
public.
You know? He just went back and changed some stuff in his novel so that it matched the Titanic exactly.
Surprised by Junpei's response, June seemed rather taken aback.
Really?
Oh, I shouldn't have... Oh, that was the wrong choice. I shouldn't have done that. She seems sad now.
Really? There's no such thing as premonitions or any of that stuff.
I should have let her explain it. She seemed really excited about it. For a moment, June looked very unhappy, more so than Junpei thought was normal for such a discussion. But it lasted only a moment. For no apparent reason, she suddenly looked up at him, alarmed.
But... That wasn't the only book that predicted the Titanic sinking.
See, she's really into it. You know, I'll throw her a bone.
Yep. There were 2 other similar stories written by a man named William Thomas Stead.
It was called Don't Eat the Cheese Wheel, and he's like halfway through it, he's like, oh.
Both of them before the accident. One in 1886 and one in 1892. Stead wrote 2 stories that had striking similarities to the Titanic disaster. In one, 2 ships collided. Many of the passengers died because there weren't enough lifeboats. In the other, a ship collided with an iceberg and sank.
I don't know. I mean, I'll give you that it seems a little weird, but...
Bro, let her have this.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't too uncommon for ships to hit icebergs back in the day, or even other ships.
Right, I knew you'd say that.
Mm-hmm.
But what if Stead
all
had
according
some
to
sort of
plan.
special powers? To be more specific, what if he had the ability to do automatic writing?
June, I'm not saying this isn't interesting, but we are trying to escape a sinking ship as we speak.
What? Automatic writing?
We can talk about this on the lifeboat.
Are you talking about when someone's possessed by a spirit and then they write a bunch of stuff without knowing what they're writing?
Yes.
What do you mean, yes? That stuff's a load of bull.
But Jumpy, you said you believe in curses.
I do.
Come on, that's totally different. Okay, let's say, hypothetically, that automatic writing isn't a total load. These guys still couldn't have predicted the sinking of the Titanic.
Well, I mean, I feel like anything that's called the unsinkable will probably be sunk at some
When
point.
the Stead dude wrote his thing, nobody had died on the Titanic yet. So if automatic writing is about being possessed by dead people, who the hell possessed him so he could write that stuff?
That's not it.
What's not it?
Stead wasn't possessed by a spirit.
The spirit was possessed by him.
He was doing the possessing.
Oh, actually, okay, that was what she was saying.
What are you smoking?
Dude, let her have this. It does not matter. We cannot prove that ghosts weren't involved.
William Thomas Stead was a passenger on the Titanic.
Okay.
He just wrote down what he saw with his own eyes 20 years before it happened.
So he possessed himself. Or, huh? He decided it was probably best to say nothing. What June was saying was insane and utterly absurd. If he tried to take what she was saying seriously, he'd go mad. Junpei smiled uncomfortably.
Well, why don't we talk about this some other time, okay?
Like on the boat, out of this thing.
Huh? But...
Her voice trailed off and she glanced at the floor, troubled.
Come on, let's get back to it.
Junpei tapped June gently on the shoulder and awkwardly reached around her to pick up the knife from the box. Alright, then we can combine this with the whetstone. We're gonna use the whetstone to sharpen the knife. The blade of the knife is getting sharper by the second. Should be able to cut something pretty good with this. I can see the seam on the blade, and I'm wondering if that means that there's, like, a thing that I can do with this, but I don't know. What if I oil it up like an SNS? Nope, alright, oil's something else. How about the cheese? A number of cheeses lined up on the shelf. This is Gouda cheese, the most famous Dutch cheese. If you don't cut open the casing, it usually won't go bad. You can store it at room temperature for quite a while. We can eat this? Most likely. I'm not hungry. At all. Because it's hard to get hungry in a situation like this, but it's protein! And nutrients. There are cans lining every shelf in here. Wooden boxes on the second row, though. Okay. Then we cut this thing? A rusted bolt. This door won't open until we can do something about this bolt. Maybe if we had some kind of lubricant. Oh, that's what the oil is for! Good thing I have this bottle of baby oil. This bolt is rusted in place, it won't budge. Of course! Maybe if I put some oil on it. Hey! Hey! Just a little bit of oil and... Come on! Come on, you little son of a bitch! Whoa! Ha! Yes! Got you, you little bastard! You did it, Jumpy! You're so smart! Alright, what's in here? Ah, here's why it's cold. As Junpei walked into the room, a blast of cold air washed over him. Almost instinctively, he folded his arms tight across his chest, doing what he could to conserve body heat.
Oh, it's cold in here. What is this place?
The freezer.
Are you blind?
No, that's Snake.
It's a freezer.
Santa's teeth had already begun to chatter. Hardly surprising. The freezer was far too cold for someone dressed as he was. Lotus, however, was in an even worse situation. Just pans over and she's like a block of ice.
Oh, no way. That's way too cold for me.
Out of curiosity, what were you doing right before you got kidnapped? I have to wonder. You said you weren't a dancer. What's with this?
I'll freeze solid in seconds.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I'm afraid I'll have to pass on this one. I'm going to leave the rest to you.
And with that, she ran out of the room. As Lotus left, June came in.
Oh, whoa. It's really cold in here.
White puffs of steam hovered in front of their faces as they talked. June had already started to shiver.
Hey, you don't need to be in here. You had a fever just a little bit ago. You should stay
Well, hey,
outside.
the cold would
we got this.
make that better, I think.
No, I'm fine. My fever's gone now.
Is that how fevers work?
But
Junpei had scarcely opened his mouth.
Huh?
Huh? When the thunderous sound of metal upon metal rang out from behind them. In unison, they spun around to find that the door they had only recently come through was closed. God damn it! Lotus! Junpei rushed to the door.
No! Why did it suddenly close?
Desperately, he grabbed hold of the doorknob. Basically, the pipe burst and froze it.
Ah!
It was cold, beyond cold. Merely touching it was painful.
The knob's frozen.
But why?
They quickly deduced that the pipe next to the door had ruptured.
It looks like the pipe next to it broke, and...
Water released by the rupture had hit the door and frozen instantly. Santa shoved Junpei aside and pounded against the door.
Hey, Lotus! You're out there, right? Open the door!
She wasted no time in responding.
What do you want? What's going on?
Door is frozen.
Door won't open!
But
Try opening it from that side, please!
Oh, fine.
don't fine us. We will die.
If you say so. Hold on.
Get some coals or something. Do like the Home Alone thing where you put like a heat thing on the door to make it really hot. Then the grunting ceased and they could hear light panting as if from exertion.
It's no use. It won't budge.
Get some coals.
You've got more people in there. You figure it out.
Lotus, help.
Oh.
God damn it.
Santa was shaking like a newborn deer. Like the Titan submersible, it didn't end up being very large and didn't last long in the water. We should just stop naming things Titan. That's what I'm getting from this. June was hugging herself and was shivering violently. Even Junpei, with the heaviest clothes of all any of them, was clearly feeling the cold. With every breath they took, they could feel the cold working its way deeper and deeper into their bodies.
Anyway, let's find a way out. If we don't get moving, we're gonna be permanent residents.
Two heads are better than none.
And there are 3 of us here, so let's think.
I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't
let's
need to
just
read
take
that.
a good look around this room.
Right.
They pushed in close to one another and began to search. Just imagining them huddling up as they, Okay, so we can't really go there. There's some frozen meat up there. It's like pork. Huh? What's this? Looks like a tag or something. Like a pork. Well, alright, so that says plus F. Nope, alright. Look, is there a slip of paper in that meat? I think there's something written on here, but I can't read it like this. If I try and pull it out, it'll probably rip. You need to defrost that? I don't think we're gonna be doing that in this room. You guys take a look at this. Ta-da! The knife! Well, I guess the cold finally got to him. Jumpy, you're scaring me. I guess that's just the texture then. Alright, let's see. Frozen chicken. Really hard, it's frozen stiff. It's really hard, it's frozen stiff. Uh-huh. Puzzle Cuddle has searched something I didn't expect to hear today. Yeah. Hey, June, can you say that again? Huh? Say it again. It's really hard. Again. It's really hard? Thanks. Nothing wrong, Junpei. Your face is bright red. Nothing, I'm fine. I mean, I expected that shit from Date, but not from him. Like, if it's that hard, you can probably use it as a hammer. Yeah, good point. Maybe we can use it to break something. What's this? Dry ice. Okay, cool. Now I can thaw or freeze something again. Dry ice? Can you make that stuff cause an explosion if you seal it in something that is airtight? Explode. Yeah, didn't you do that in school? You should never underestimate the power of expanding gas. Okay. Nope, alright. Knife doesn't really do anything here, I'm guessing. Junpei picked up the dry ice with his sleeve, says to avoid burning himself.
Dry ice is just frozen carbon dioxide, right?
Yeah, it is.
I wonder how warm it has to get for it to turn back into gas again.
Hell if I know. How is that going to help us anyway?
You used it to blow open the door.
Oh, well, I figured we might be able to use it to get out of here.
They were about to move on when June spoke up.
Carbon dioxide sublimation point is negative 109 degrees. Any warmer than that, and it'll turn into gas. Any lower, and it becomes a solid.
So we just need to warm it up by touching it? That should be more than 109. Junpei looked at her, dumbfounded.
Oh, how do you know that?
Chemistry.
Despite my looks, I'm the clean... Oh, the queen of random knowledge.
I'm the clean.
Looks bad to mess up when you're showing off.
Ah!
Oh, you're so cold your mouth's going numb?
Yeah, that's right.
You're just doing that on purpose, aren't you?
June giggled and did her best to hide her guilt. At least she was still feeling good enough to joke around, Junpei told himself.
Come on, guys. Don't you think that's kind of weird?
To flirt in front of you?
I wonder why it doesn't turn into a liquid first.
Because it wasn't a fan of Metal Gear Solid 1? Junpei. Look, I do think it's odd, but I don't think that's a point to make for the thing. But I also feel like this is somehow a bad... I don't know. Something feels wrong with picking this option. I'm gonna pick this one.
It is kind of weird.
June answered.
But it can turn into a liquid. Carbon dioxide turns to liquid if you put it under high enough pressure. But at 1 atmosphere, normal air pressure...
It won't turn into a liquid, right?
That's right. Instead of melting, it'll do what's called sublimating and change immediately from a solid state to a gaseous one.
See, that is weird. Water's a liquid between 32 degrees and 212 degrees.
Okay, was this just a science lesson disguised as an
Why
option
isn't
for a
that the
thing?
case for carbon dioxide?
June replied with an answer that stunned both of them.
There's a kind of ice that doesn't turn into liquid when it goes above 32 degrees.
Dry ice, the one that we're using.
I heard about it. Its melting point is 96 degrees.
Ice with a melting point of 96
It's
degrees.
metal.
You mean there's water that freezes at 96 degrees?
Yeah, well, you could also look at it as ice that won't melt until it's 96 degrees.
Water that freezes at 96 degrees. Ice that won't melt until it's 96 degrees. Junpei was cold as hell, but this was too interesting to ignore. I'm thinking it might be a point to go... He did his best to warm by rubbing his arms and stamping his feet, then put the question to June.
So what's this ice with a melting point of 96 degrees called?
Don't get me wrong, interesting, yeah, but we do need to leave.
I heard it's called Ice 9.
Ice 9?
Ice 9.
Originally, Ice 9 was a made-up substance invented by a science fiction author.
We made the Torment Nexus from the science novel Don't Invent the Torment Nexus.
But recently, scientists have discovered that such a substance actually exists.
Wait, hold up. So is this thing called Ice 9, or is it water?
Like I said, if the ice is over 96 degrees, it'll be liquid.
So it's
If
almost
it's
boiling
under that, it'll solidify. So you could think of it as a polymorph of H2O. Here, think of it like
A polycule of
diamonds and
H2O,
graphite.
yeah.
They're both made of carbon, right? But depending on the structure of the crystallization, the hardness and structure are completely different.
So you're saying normal water and this Ice 9 are like that?
Yup.
She wasn't finished.
Have you heard the story about the crystallization of glycerin?
The stuff for dynamite,
For
kinda.
150 years after the discovery of glycerin, people cooled it, warmed it. They did all sorts of things to it. But whatever they did, it never crystallized. However, one day in 1920,
They used it to blow people up.
some glycerin on its way to England by ship was discovered to have crystallized during the
Oh yeah, I
trip.
heard about this from Baki.
Scientists around the world wanted to research this
Like
new
resonance or something.
crystallized form of glycerin and asked for
Synchronization, I don't
seeds.
know.
Oh, a seed is a sample of the original crystallized substance. With a seed crystal, further crystallization of glycerin would be easy. However, something very strange happened.
It blew up?
Not only did the glycerin encouraged by seed crystals begin to crystallize, even the samples nearby did, even though they were tightly sealed. And it didn't end there.
Synchronization.
After that day, it doesn't matter where in the world it is. All glycerin crystallizes naturally when cooled to less than 64 degrees. Before that day, no matter how glycerin was cooled, it refused to crystallize. But once the crystallization had begun, it was almost like... How do I put
We
it?
just like turned to the left and Santa's frozen solid and died.
It was almost like all the glycerin in the world was communicating. Communicating in some way that we can't sense.
Maybe this was part of the June route,
And
though.
now it's happening everywhere.
Junpei was honestly impressed. It was, in fact, a pretty interesting story.
Wow, that's pretty interesting.
Baki takes science and biology and then throws that out the window on fire. I wouldn't be surprised if it was mentioned, though. I think it was brought up at the beginning of, like, the 2018 thing to explain why all the prisoners in the world suddenly, or, like, the four most dangerous prisoners of all time, like, suddenly converged on Japan to go fight
What does
Baki
that
or
have
something.
to do with Ice 9?
To his surprise, it was Santa and not June who answered.
What she's saying is that it's a lot like Ice 9. What happened, I mean.
A lot like? Oh,
There
that
is
would be
some
bad.
water that can blow up.
If water everywhere started freezing at 96 degrees?
Yeah, we'd be a little
Man.
fucked.
It'd be the end of the world.
Except for people. Because we would freeze.
At any rate,
I didn't even read what
we're
that
not
said.
gonna have to worry about the end of the world unless we can get out of here pretty damn quick.
Junpei felt that Santa might not be treating the idea of the end of the world with the proper concern. He was right. Junpei shivered.
Alright, guys. I think that's enough of that. I didn't think we'd get quite this far off topic. I mean, I know I'm kinda at fault here, but we can't be screwing around anymore. So seriously.
I imagine
go
that was
by
part of
name
the June
Santa
route.
right now, but I didn't grow up in Iceland. I freaking hate the cold.
Man, it must suck for people in Iceland actually named Santa, because you can imagine they probably get made fun of relentlessly at school.
All right? We gotta find a way out of here.
Let's get cracking, like ice. Santa stomped off, clearly doing his best to pretend the cold wasn't affecting him.
Selfish, isn't he?
Still, Santa was right, and it was high time they got back to their search. Also, he's not selfish for wanting to get out of this whole situation.
We can discuss it more once we get out of this freezer.
Junpei looked at June, nodded, and resumed his search of the room. Junpei, didn't you find some dry ice earlier? Yeah? There's warm water coming out of that pipe. Warm water and dry ice. What do you think would happen if we put that stuff in a sealed container together? Okay, well, we need a sealed container then. Like, nope, not that. This count? Got fish, that's not really it. Okay, everything's frozen in here. Doesn't look like there's anything else interesting. What about this thing? Got rope. Why? Wait, combined with a knife. Nope, alright. Search the rope. It's a rope. Well, we could use it to attach something to something else, I suppose. There's so much stuff in there. Why don't we take some of it out, Jumpy? Storage area built into the floor like a small cellar. There are a couple bottles in here. Okay, so take them. Oh good, we got a water bottle. Alright. Fuck! Water bottle. Yes, it is. Combined with the knife. No, okay. Start off by putting the dry ice into the water bottle. The dry ice is too big. Oh, that's what the knife is for. You gotta figure out a way to make it smaller then. I don't know. You don't know, don't you, Oh, you genius. Okay, well, fine. Knife, dry ice. Fuck. Dry ice. We might be able to cause an explosion if we put something airtight and make it melt. Oh, we need to smash it with this then. Okay. Alright, the dry ice is all in pieces now. Dry ice crumbled. Alright, combine this with the bottle. Put these pieces of dry ice in the water bottle. Excellent. There's water dripping from this pipe. Looks like when the pipe burst, the water hit the doorknob and froze it in place. I got that! Put it in the bottle! Ice surrounding the doorknob. Not yet, Junpei. Not gonna get the result we want unless you can hook that bottle to the doorknob somehow. It's gotta explode right next to the ice in the doorknob. We have to figure out a way to attach the bottle to the doorknob. Alright, fine. Rope. Let's just tie a rope on here. Okay. Warm water drips from the ruptured pipe near the door.
Put water into the bottle with dry ice, and make sure the lid's closed. Now I just have to put this makeshift bomb on the doorknob. Alright, that's set. So, what do we do now?
Wait.
We just need to give it a little, tap. The bottle's already about to pop. If we just throw a rock or something at it, it'll go off all on its own.
A small rock. Huh. A small rock.
Junpei looked down at the floor. Oh hey, scattered across were pieces of dry ice left over from the larger chunk he'd crushed earlier.
Alright, this ought to do the trick.
He pulled his sleeve down over his hand to keep from getting burned and grabbed the chunk of dry ice.
Ah, some dry ice, huh? Not a bad idea.
It was a pretty good size, about as big as a pool ball.
Alright guys, stand back. Actually, we should probably hide somewhere.
But Santa and June looked at him with new concern.
Where exactly do you expect us to hide, genius?
There isn't really anywhere big enough.
Just get back then.
Yeah, there is. Look, right here. We can hide in there.
Junpei pulled open the door to the small cellar.
Come on, get inside, quick.
Santa and June nodded and jumped down into the hole. Junpei quickly followed. In his hand, he could feel the chill of the frozen carbon dioxide, even through his sleeve. It tightened his grip. He tightened his grip, took aim, and prepared to throw.
All right, here I go. 3, 4, 5.
Huh?
You're counting the wrong way.
Oh, oops.
That is a really sad excuse for a joke, man.
Bro, just throw the
Sorry,
thing.
dude. All right, for real this time. You guys ready?
Yes, whenever you're ready.
Just throw the damn thing.
All right, here I go. 3, 2, 1.
Junpei threw the chunk of dry ice as hard as he could. With the same motion, he ducked down into the cellar with Santa and June, just as... Junpei leapt up out of the cellar and ran to the door.
Jumpy!
Oh, hey, he jumped out of the thing. Yeah, there you go, yeah.
The ice on the door! Is it gone?
It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
The blast must have shattered it.
Yes. All right, let's see if it opens.
Junpei grabbed the knob and pushed with all his might. The door gave way easily, and all three of them tumbled out of the freezer at once.
Hooray! We're out!
June, relieved, collapsed onto the floor.
Move!
Santa shoved past Junpei and ran straight to the grill, which he immediately grabbed.
Oh, god damn it! Hot, 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 hot! Fuck!
He proceeded to kick the grill in a futile but amusing fit of rage.
Well, you did just grab the grill. What did you think would happen?
Hey, where's Lotus?
Yeah, where is Lotus? Did she leave during our conversation? It took Junpei only a moment to find her. She was sitting on the counter, idly scratching her chest.
Welcome back. I was starting to get tired of waiting for you guys.
You didn't want to help? With a great yawn, Lotus lowered herself off the counter. Junpei clenched his teeth and walked toward her.
What were you doing?
What do you mean, what was I doing? I was waiting.
We were gonna die!
Oh, yeah? But you didn't. So everything worked out all right, didn't it?
Lotus,
What
come
the
on.
hell?
Just kidding. It might not look like it, but I was really worried.
Okay, but did you know,
Oh, don't give me that crap.
help?
I'm telling the truth.
You could have gotten, like, the coals from the
If
thing.
you died, then I'd be in trouble too. If you died, then I'd be stuck here, and I'd die too. See? I did all I could. I even looked around to see if there was anything I could use to pry open the door.
Well, let's think. She's 8, and then with Junpei is 13. And if we add June, that makes 19. And, okay, see, that doesn't make 9. Never
I
mind.
couldn't find anything. So, all I could do was wait.
Basically, it could just be Junpei, June, and then, who's 7 again? Alright, 7, right. Those 3 can make it out.
I mean, what else did you want me to do? Call the cops?
I mean, you could have gotten a coal to try and melt the thing in the door. It was true that there wasn't much you could have done, but something about her tone... Junpei gritted his teeth.
Fine. But there's one thing I have to ask you.
What's that?
You didn't close the door, did you?
What? You think I closed the door on you?
Because it was cold?
Why would I do something like that? It closed on its own. I told you before, if you die, then I die too.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I guess so. Seemed that an accident was the only explanation for the door's closure.
If she really wanted to kill us, all she had to do was bar the door from the outside.
Which she
didn't.
could have done.
Well, she didn't do anything. She's only lazy, or negligent at least, not an attempted murderer.
Junpei swallowed his anger and did his best to apologize.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I doubted you.
Oh, yes, well that's all right. As long as you understand.
How is this necklace connected to the rest of her outfit? It looks like it's kind of just floating here. Maybe it's like connected by chain like these things are, but whatever. And this, where is this coming from? Or is it like stapled on? Whatever. Lotus looked away and twirled her hair between her fingertips. His vengeance against the grill complete, Santa swaggered back toward Junpei and Lotus.
Hey, no more screwing around, you two. Break time's over. Especially for you, lady. You've just been sitting on that fat ass of yours while we were freezing to death.
How rude! I was plenty busy.
I thought she was gonna say, like, my ass is not fat.
Yeah. How about you put all that energy into something besides bitching? Let's go.
That's a little rich coming from you, Santa, but... Alright, let's see. The knife... No. I can thaw out the... whatchamacallit... on the grill. Item. This thing. There we go. Let's put this meat on the grill. Hey, what are you doing? What are you going to do if the paper burns? Come on, it'll be fine. It's not like it's gonna burn right away, right? You gotta keep an eye on it and the paper will be fine. You just gotta keep an eye on it and the paper will be fine. Well, they can argue all they want. But keep an eye on this pork. Good, looks like cool, looks like it's about time. I'm gonna try taking the paper out. Jumpy, be careful. You'd prefer to care, but I know what I'm... Atch! See? Told you. Hey, what the hell are you... Hey, what the hell are you doing? Hurry up and take the paper out. What if they could have used some dry ice to just explode a wall or something? I don't know, it doesn't seem like enough to, like, take out a wall, but I don't know. It's not coming out. Thing's frozen stiff. I can't get it out. We're gonna have to cut the meat? Yeah, it looks that way. Knife o'clock. Alright, now that I've sharpened the knife. Yes, I cut the pork! And now he's going to wash his hands, because raw pork is very dangerous to deal with. Right? Now we can cut out the paper. C plus 10 plus F. So basically... Alright, let's just search it so we have, like, the knowledge on it. C plus 10 plus F. Do you think it's some kind of code? Damn it, they're just screwing around. Alright, so... 11 is A. 12 is... No, wait, is A 10? No. No. A is 11, 12 is B, 13 is C, and F, by that logic, would be 16. Damn it, they're just screwing around. Oh, wait, did they say 15 earlier? So that would make this, 12. Junpei, do you know what C and F stands for? I think maybe it means corporate finance? I thought it was clever and funny. Oh my god. Anyway. This bust open an extra door or two. I guess they would need it safe to transport the ice. Yeah, that's true. It's probably what you're supposed to use to enter the password. Maybe if you put in the right number, it'll open the oven door. Junpei, maybe the note you found earlier. Yeah, I know. You know how to enter those numbers? I think E is for enter and C is for clearing. So basically, when I'm ready to submit my answer, I press E. So if I screw up, I just press C, right? Lotus nodded. Alright, let's give it a shot. Alright, so if C is... Let's say 13, 10, 16. Okay, wait, 13 plus 10 plus 16. Okay, let's try that. That's 23, 39. Let's try that, 39. How about 039? Okay, no, so in that case, let's try 12 plus 10 plus 15, which is 37. Okay, how about 37? Alright, hold on, let's try 12, 10. Okay, I see where the problem is. Or maybe it's the digital root thing where 37 would be 9. How about 3? Fuck. Huh? This is weird. You're just punching in random numbers, aren't you? Maybe if you just enter it like it said in the hint. Ah, shut up! Just shut up! Hold on. C plus 10 plus F. Yeah, that's... Or is 16 10? C plus 10 plus F. Okay. That would be... Alright. I want to enter my answer. Press E. Yeah, I got it. Alright. You know, numbers like seeing myself do anything. Yeah, I'm gonna be real here. Math is not my strong suit. Alright, so that's 12 plus 16 is 28. Plus 15 is... No, 16 is 42. Okay, no, so how about 44? Because it's... No, wait, that can't be 16, though. G is 16, and then... Wait. No, what? Huh? 042. Okay. Well, it's not like it can be a, whatchamacallit. I made an explanation of the hexadecimal system again. Okay, so A is 10, alright, 12, and then 15. Alright. And 16 is 10. So it's 12 plus 16, which is 28, and then 15, which equals 43. Once you hit 16, it's 10, so 10 equals 16. Yeah. I got it. I got it now. Okay. Guys, never trust me to do math. Just don't. I hate to say it, but I've not proven myself well. I guess that went well. Alright, now open it. Yeah! The door opened! Good job, Jumpy! The Saturn keycard. Nice. Okay, and we're done. Yes! I think it's unlocked now. You did it, Jumpy. Let's get out of here. Yes! Let's go. You found it. Yep, there it is. I like that. Got a nice little animation to it. Reminds me of the early 2000s.
I think we've been here before.
Oh yeah, now we're back here. A metal grate stretched from wall to wall. Beyond it were 2 elevators and the entrance to the kitchen.
The elevators are over there, so that means...
Well, yeah, we talked about this before.
We went into the kitchen through that door and came out on this side.
That means the map was right.
Looks like.
Then let's use it to plan our next move.
Next move?
Yeah, we
Next
need to
move.
decide where to go from here, don't we?
He's right. Let's get started.
From the looks of it, there are 4 possible routes. Let's just keep it simple and call them A, B, C, and D.
So A and B look like they lead to the same place. D is... I guess just a side thing over here. C looks like the main route.
First, A and B.
They both seem to connect to a room that looks L-shaped.
Yeah, there were 2 doors.
We are gonna have to take that L.
But they were both locked. We couldn't open them.
Now, Route C. This goes all the way to the main staircase.
That
So we
means
can
it's
go
door
back to
5,
the main
one
room.
of the numbered doors.
And do you think we would meet up with the other 4 after this hallway?
Maybe.
No, I don't think we will.
Why not?
They probably already left.
Look, there by the stairs. See how the gate is opened? When we went into the kitchen, it was closed, but it's open now. What do you think that means?
It means that the lunchroom will be painted.
They opened it.
Most likely.
And if we take Route C, we're going backwards.
That would be pointless.
Then that means...
Basically, we gotta go to A, B, or D. Oh. They all looked at the staircase. It's a lazy curve heading down deeper into the ship.
Route
Or all
D,
4
then.
looked at the map.
D it is.
Gotta take the D.
Yup, Route D.
Then we're set.
They jogged down the stairs until they reached the C deck.
Everything looks okay here.
Let's check the next deck just to be sure.
Yeah, just like I thought. D-Deck is totally underwater.
Just like the bottom of the central staircase.
The water gazed back at them, its smooth surface like a great mirror.
At least the water level hasn't really changed.
That's good.
Small comfort.
May as well head back to C deck.
Well, I mean, it's better than having the ship sink slowly. Essentially having paths cut
What else
off.
is here?
There are 2 elevators over there at the top of the stairs, just like the floor above.
Hold on. These are kind of different. See? There's a card reader on the side.
Another strange
And that
mark.
one is for Venus, I'm guessing?
Hey, look, it's Lotus's symbol.
Huh?
Huh?
See? It's the woman symbol with horns on it.
Oh,
That seems like...
okay.
Oh, ouch, 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 ouch.
Oh boy. Junpei, what did you think was gonna happen? Lotus had taken hold of Junpei's hair. She began to shake him violently, and he thought he had heard a low growl coming from her throat.
What was that about the mark again?
Nothing.
Such violence. Junpei began to wonder if she was not the devil itself. With an uncomfortable smile, June spoke up.
This is a Mercury symbol.
Okay.
The horns symbolize the wings on Hermes' staff.
Okay. makes
Hermes,
sense.
herpes, whatever.
Two very different things there, Santa.
If we can't get this thing to work, these elevators aren't going anywhere.
In other words, we need a key card with the Mercury symbol on it.
Probably.
I guess we can't get on then. Let's just disregard the elevators for now.
How about this hallway on the left?
Whoa, there's so many doors.
They weren't sure how many, but certainly enough to be discouraging.
Damn it. If we try and search all these, the sun's gonna go down before we've done half of them.
I think the sun already set.
I have a feeling this ship is the only thing that's going to be going down anytime soon.
That's
So we need
even
to-
worse.
Yeah, we need to kind of hurry
We can
here.
come back to this hallway later. Let's check the hallway on the other side, shall we?
Time to head back to the stairs.
Zero escaping from this hallway. To their right was a small
Now the
hallway.
right hallway.
Quickly, they headed into it. It was approximately the same size as the alcove in front of the stairs. The hallway led toward the stern, and at its end was a set of double doors.
There are doors here too. Well, I guess it's just 4 this time.
Let's open them.
These guys are going to be traumatized about doors their entire life.
All right, let's start with this one.
Just like the therapist is like talking to them after this, we're like, well, when a window closes, a door opens, and they're like, ah! Junpei nodded and grabbed the one closest to him. He gave it a small tug and felt it move.
Huh, it isn't locked. I'm going to open it.
Thrilled to have found an unlocked door, he threw it open. Zombie. Junpei didn't know what to make of what he saw.
What?
Oh, okay, 7 and 8. And 3. Well, let's see. Can they even make one of those numbers with the current people we've got? Because that would mean, let's see. We currently have 3, 5, 6, and 8. There have to be at least 3 people, so we can't just have 2. Junpei and June together make 11. And Lotus there makes 10, and then adding him would make 4. But them together with Santa, and, well, actually, wait. I'm not sure if they even have any numbers that can go through this. He simply stood, unable to speak. Actually, wait, now that I think about it. Lotus and Junpei can make 13. Then adding June can make... Wait. No. The others simply stared, open-mouthed. After a few long moments, Santa managed to speak.
What the hell is this? This place is huge.
A massive room stretched out in front of them. More a cavern than a room. Its vastness was oppressive, and it bore down on the 4 companions. It was not empty, however. The entire room was filled with lines upon lines of beds. They're probably the type of people to shower with the door open, not of lack of fear, but pure PTSD.
Oh, there are beds
Or to express dominance.
everywhere.
They were simple things, little more than pipe and thin mattresses.
Is this a hospital?
He had at last been able to put a name to the harsh scent that pervaded the room.
It definitely has the smell.
Could
Of
be.
blood
I
and
see medicine
sterilization.
cabinets and surgical tools.
Hey, look there. The 4 doors at the end.
And one of them with no number. 3 of them were emblazoned with large single-digit numbers made with thick red paint.
The left door says 3. The second door is blank, but the third has a 7. And the rightmost door is 8. There's no doubt. They're numbered doors.
Why is the second door blank? That seems kind of strange, don't you think?
Well, we could try opening it.
No point worrying about it right now.
Since we can't
Let's
really
see if
open
these
any
will
other
open
doors.
First.
Yes, that sounds like a good plan.
Junpei headed toward the doors, weaving his way between the beds. He started with door 3 on the left and moved to right till he reached door 8. Well, I mean, they're numbered doors, so I guess it's worth a shot, but yeah, I guess they're all locked.
Oh, it's no use.
Take this!
Well, of course. If it was that easy to open these doors, what would be the point of the notary game? We have to activate the red, or the numbered doors won't... Wait a minute.
What's wrong?
Yeah, we don't have the numbers, do we?
Look, the display on the red. There's nothing on it.
Huh?
Don't you remember? The red at the central staircase? If no one was inside, it said vacant.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But this one...
Says 8.
There's nothing on it.
Right?
Someone's
I wonder
inside.
if it's broken.
Only one way to find out.
Just bang on the door. Actually, wait, if it was 8, why...
It's not responding.
Yeah, it could have... I guess it... No, they couldn't have just done Santa and Junpei. All 4 took turns placing their hands over the red, but it refused to respond. They pulled at the lever, and still it did nothing. As they soon discovered, it wasn't only the red for the door 8 that was behaving strangely.
How about the red on door 7? And door 3?
None of them are working.
What does it mean?
I knew it. They're broken.
This is like Lost.
Zero sure sucks at maintenance.
The other team only had 4 people, so they couldn't have just split up for the doors.
No, that's impossible. You really think Zero, who prepared all of this, would make such a stupid, simple mistake?
Maybe, but that doesn't explain why this thing ain't working.
It was at that moment that they heard a voice from behind them.
I believe the bottom of the device has been removed.
They spun around to see...
Snake!
Kept you waiting, huh? You know what, I think that's a good point to end today's stream. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Arrowhead, your favorite VTuber Android. Next week we have the finale of Ace Attorney 3, and I hope to see you all there for that. But anyway, you will see my schedule tomorrow if you would like to see more. Alright, I messed up the outro already. Either way, remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed, and goodbye for now.